the hero Canon tells Anos that he has killed countless humans, so they can't trust him. Anos then explains that if all the demons were wiped out, humans would then start fighting amongst themselves and against the spirits and gods, since he himself has grown tired of this war. Anos tells hero Canon that he'll use all of his power to wipe out every demon, including himself. Hearing this, hero Canon tells Anos that doing so will also cause his own death. Anos then explains that he'll be reborn into this world again 2,000 years later. Anos releases all of his magic power, and hero Canon destroys all of Anos' magic power with his sword. Hero Canon then tells Anos that if he's ever reborn 2,000 years later, he'll definitely become his friend. After this, we jump 2,000 years later into the present, where Anos is born. His parents are stunned to see that he starts talking right after being born. After this, we see some owls delivering the entrance exam notice to all the students of the Demon King Academy, which states that this generation, anyone could become the Demon King, because the founder of the Demon King Academy, who was the Demon King 2,000 years ago, had passed away. So it's possible his reincarnation has been born this time around. After this, the day of the entrance exam arrives, and we see a girl named Misha Necron drop her letter, and a boy picks it up and hands it to her. That boy's name is Anos Voldegode. Meanwhile, outside the academy at the gate, a boy is standing there who mocks them after seeing this. He tells them that they even brought their parents to the entrance exam. Anos and Misha both ignore him and start walking away, which makes the boy extremely angry, and he tells Anos that he's talking to him, but Anos tells him that he didn't even sense his weak magic power, which makes the boy even angrier. He then shows him his evil fire and says he'll burn him with it, but Anos extinguishes his evil fire with just his breath, leaving the boy utterly shocked. Anos then tells him that his fire magic is extremely weak and that he can't burn him with it. Hearing this makes the boy even angrier. Anos then uses his magic on him, which makes the boy's body unable to move, and Anos walks away. The boy can't believe that his fire magic amounts to nothing in front of Anos. Anos then goes and sits in a room where an owl tells him that the first exam is a physical battle, and if he fails it, he won't get admission. The owl explains that after this entrance exam, only 5 winners will be admitted into the Demon King Academy. After that, Anos heads to the stadium for the first test, where his fight turns out to be against the same boy he met at the date, whose name is Sasha. Actually, his name is Jeff. Jeff tells Anos that he can't run away now, and that he's going to defeat him this time. Hearing this, Anos uses his magic on Jeff again, but this time his magic doesn't work on him. Jeff then tells Anos that he's wearing an armor this time, and no magic will affect him this time around. Hearing this makes Anos even more excited. After this, the owl announces that this battle won't end until one of them admits defeat. Hearing this, Jeff thinks that he might even be able to kill Anos this time. He then draws his magic sword from which evil fire is emerging. After that, he's about to attack Anos with the sword, but Anos makes the fire from the sword disappear with just his breath. Seeing this, Jeff asks Anos if he destroyed his magic again, and Anos tells him that he isn't worthy of fighting him, which makes Jeff extremely angry. Anos then states that he won't use any of his magic power in this battle, and won't even move from his spot. Hearing this, Jeff says that Anos is scared, because his magic power won't have any effect on his armor. Just then, Jeff's body starts bleeding, and seeing this leaves him utterly shocked. Anos then asks Jeff if he can hear his heartbeat. In reality, the attacks are coming from Anos' heartbeat. After hearing Anos' heartbeat, Jeff keeps getting attacked continuously, which leaves all the students extremely frightened. Anos then starts to walk away, but Jeff tells him that he still hasn't admitted defeat. Hearing this, Anos kicks him in the face, and an idea comes to him. He tells Jeff that he can defeat him even without compulsory magic. Jeff then asks Anos to form a contract, and hearing this, Anos creates a contract. After that, Jeff tells Anos that he won't admit defeat on the verge of death. Hearing this, Anos kills Jeff with a single snap, and then brings him back to life with his power, leaving Jeff and all the students stunned, and they start thinking that no such magic should exist. Anos then asks Jeff how it felt to die and tells him to admit defeat, but Jeff still refuses to give up. After this, Anos kills him and revives him again. Anos tells Jeff that he won't die until Anos wants him to, and so he tells him to admit defeat, but Jeff still refuses to admit defeat, so Anos kills him again. All the students become extremely frightened watching Anos' power. Anos keeps killing and reviving Jeff repeatedly, and then tells him to give up again before going to kill him once more, but this time Jeff finally admits defeat. After this, the students start taking their magic tests, where we see Misha's power level. Anos is also extremely impressed seeing Misha's power level. After that, Anos places his hand on the crystal, which causes it to shatter completely. Seeing this, Misha says this is the first time she's seen a crystal break from the sheer force of someone's magic power. Then, Anos and Misha both take the aptitude test, where they're asked various questions, and both of them pass the test. After that, Anos comes outside the Demon Academy, where he sees Misha standing there. Anos asks her what she's doing there, and Misha tells him she's waiting for him, because he had told her they'd meet up later. Hearing this, Anos says their exam is over now, and then invites Misha to come to his house so they can celebrate together. Misha agrees to go to his house with him, after which Anos uses his teleportation magic, and the two of them arrive at his house. Anos then meets his mom, who asks him about the exam, and he tells her he passed, which makes his mom hug him tightly. She then asks Anos about Misha, and he explains that Misha is a person he met at the academy today. Anos' mom is stunned seeing Misha and tells Anos that he's only 1 month old, yet he's already found himself a wife for life. Anos then tells Misha that his family is a little strange. Just then, Anos' dad also arrives, and he becomes happy hearing that Anos has found himself a wife, and after that, they all sit down to have dinner together. During dinner, Anos' mom asks Misha what she likes about Anos, and Misha says she really likes Anos' kindness. Hearing this, Anos starts asking Misha more about it, and Misha explains that Anos had picked up her letter and given it to her. Anos' mom then tells Misha that she likes this quality of Anos too, and asks Misha who made the first move. Hearing this, Anos says that he was the one who made the first move. After dinner, Anos goes to drop Misha back home. Anos asks her if her dad is also quite strange, and Misha tells him that the person isn't her dad but her guardian. Anos then asks Misha about her parents, and she explains that her parents are extremely busy, which is why they don't spend time with her. Misha then tells Anos that he's very kind, which makes Anos start laughing and says that no one has ever called him kind before today. Just then, a stadium forms around Anos and Misha through magic, and seeing this, Misha suggests they head over there. A man then arrives and introduces himself as Logner, saying he's come to take revenge for the insult done to his younger brother. We also see Jeff there, who has come along with his older brother to take revenge as well. He tells Anos that now he'll witness the power of their royal family because his brother is extremely strong. Just then, Logner grabs Jeff and lifts him up, telling him that he has tarnished the royal family's name and that there's no place for him in the royal family anymore. After saying this, he eliminates Jeff with his magic power. Seeing this, Anos says he had hoped the two brothers would fight him together. Logner then tells Anos that he is a pure blood demon, so he can't possibly lose to someone like him. Hearing this, Anos explains that a demon king can do anything with his power, and being pure blood doesn't matter at all. Hearing this makes Logner angry, and he says that Anos has insulted their founder. After that, they all try to attack Anos with their magic, but Anos throws all of their magic power out of their control, causing them to lose control over their magic entirely, resulting in a massive explosion. After this, we see that Logner's arm has been injured and all the guards have died. Anos then explains to him that magic power has a root inside our bodies, and if we don't focus on that root of our magic power, the power goes out of control. Hearing this makes Logner even angrier, and he directly uses a forbidden spell on Anos, one that only members of the royal family can use. But the attack has no effect on Anos whatsoever, which leaves Logner utterly shocked. Anos then tells Logner that this spell was used by the Demon King 2,000 years ago to destroy the gods, so he can only use this magic on its origin, and it won't have any effect on him, since he's the one who created this magic in the first place. Hearing this, Logner becomes completely terrified, after which he goes over to Jeff's body and uses his power on it, turning Jeff's body into a zombie. Jeff then starts moving toward his brother Logner and asks him why he killed him. Logner becomes extremely frightened seeing this and attacks Jeff to stop him, but Jeff destroys the attack with his own magic power. Anos then tells Logner that his brother has now become even stronger than him, so this is his last chance, and he needs to stop his brother. Logner says that Jeff has become a zombie now, so he won't be able to remember anything. Anos explains that since Logner killed his own brother, hatred for him has built up inside Jeff, so to stop him, Logner needs to remember their family bond, and setting everything else aside, call out his brother's name. Just then, Jeff attacks Logner, and Anos tells Logner to call out his brother's name. Hearing this, Logner remembers their childhood and loudly calls out Jeff's name. After that, we see that Jeff also turns into a statue. The stadium then starts collapsing, and Anos comes over and uses his power to protect everyone there. The stadium then disappears from that place, and everyone who had died is restored back to normal. After that, Anos tells Logner and Jeff that they should come fight him again once they've become stronger. Hearing this, Jeff says that Anos is a monster, so he isn't going to fight him. Logner then asks Anos who he actually is, and Anos tells them all that he is the founder of the Demon King Academy and that he himself is the true Demon King. Anos then tells him his full name, Anos Voldegord. The scene then changes, and we see Anos at the Demon Academy, where Misha is telling him that no demon lord has ever attended this academy before. She tells him that he's the first misfit demon here, which makes Anos think that he never made any such rule in the past. Anos asks Misha for the founder's name, and she tells them they aren't allowed to say the founder's name out loud. Anos then tells Misha to just think of the name in her mind, so Misha thinks of her founder's name, and Anos places his hand on her head to read her mind. Anos hears the name Avo Stilhavia in Misha's mind, which makes him think that the wrong people must have found out about it 2,000 years ago. After that, a girl walks by looking toward Anos, and Anos is looking right back at her too. Then a teacher enters the classroom and introduces herself to all the students as Amelia, telling them she's their homeroom teacher. She then asks the students to raise their hands if they want to be a team leader, and Anos raises his hand too. Seeing this, the teacher tells Anos that since he's a hybrid student, he can't use gauge magic and can't become a leader either. Anos tells the teacher that he'll prove that he's no less than the royal students by showing his power. The teacher agrees to this and tells him that if he can't prove it, he'll have to apologize to everyone and leave the academy. After that, Anos goes up to the teacher and tells her that this magic spell is wrong. Hearing this, the teacher says that's impossible, since this magic spell has been in use for 2,000 years. Anos then fixes the magic spell, and seeing this, the teacher utterly stunned, and she tells Anos to go back to his seat. Meanwhile, all the students start wondering who Anos really is. After this, the teacher asks all the team leaders to introduce themselves. The girl from before then stands up and introduces herself as Sasha Necron, daughter of Avo Phobos Necron, one of the 7 royal demon families. Hearing this, Anos thinks that she's from the Necron family. Misha then reveals that Sasha is her older sister. Anos asks Misha if they have different parents, and Misha tells him that their parents aren't different, both of them share the same parents. After that, Anos introduces himself to everyone as Anos Voldigod and says that he is the Demon King. After this, all the students get divided into teams, and Anos' team ends up with only Misha in it. Anos tells Misha that she can join another team if she wants, but Misha says she wants to stay on Anos' team because he's her friend. Just then, Sasha walks over and tells Anos that his team has only one defective doll in it. She explains that Misha is neither a demon nor a human. She's just a doll created through magic. Anos responds that none of this matters to him at all. Hearing this makes Sasha angry, and she uses her demon eyes to attack Anos, causing the classroom wall to crack, leaving all the students stunned, but it has no effect on Anos whatsoever, which leaves everyone shocked. Anos then shows Sasha his own demon eyes and tells her that he can do the same thing too, which makes Sasha nervous. Anos then tells Sasha that her power isn't bad at all and invites her to join his team so she can also be closer to her sister Misha. Sasha responds that she has nothing to do with this doll, and she has never even considered Misha her sister to this day. After this, Sasha walks away from there. In the evening, when Anos and Misha are heading home together, Sasha intercepts them on the way. She challenges Anos to a battle and tells him that if she loses this battle, she'll join Anos' team, but if Anos loses, he'll have to obey everything Sasha says. Anos accepts the challenge and tells her that he's going to win this battle. A week later, Anos and Misha both head to the battlefield for the battle. Misha and Sasha both use their jackets to begin the battle. In this battle, each side has to destroy the opposing team's castle. Misha uses her magic to destroy 3 castles. Seeing this, Sasha's team tells her that there were 3 castles in front of them. Sasha then explains that Misha created this, and 2 of those castles are fake. After that, Sasha tells them to attack, but just then they all see Anos, who has already arrived near their castle. They're all stunned, wondering how Anos got there so fast. Sasha then tells them to attack Anos, but Anos tells them that their attack won't work on him, which leaves everyone stunned. Wondering how Anos can even hear them talking, Anos then approaches the castle and starts touching it. Seeing this, Sasha tells him that he won't be able to break this castle since it was built with an extremely large amount of magic force, but Anos simply picks up the castle with his bare hand, leaving everyone stunned. After that, Anos starts spinning the castle on his hand and throws it far away. Anos then thinks to himself that he might have used a bit too much power. Meanwhile, Sasha's castle has been completely destroyed, and she tells all her team members to use Geograce. Hearing this, they all tell Sasha that Geograce magic has a very low success rate, so they shouldn't use that magic. Sasha then tells them all that without Geograce, they'll never be able to defeat Anos. After hearing this, they all combine forces and attack Anos using Geograce, but Anos destroys it with just a small bit of his own magic, leaving Sasha's team utterly stunned. Anos' magic then starts heading toward them, and seeing this, Sasha starts creating barriers around herself, but the attack breaks through all the barriers and hits them, causing a massive explosion that sends them all flying and falling far away. Anos then uses his teleportation magic to reach Sasha. Sasha asks him how he managed to destroy the Geograce, and Anos tells her that he used gravity. Hearing this, Sasha starts thinking about how her magic got destroyed by the weakest possible magic spell. Anos then tells Sasha that she remembers her promise, so starting today, she'll be working under him. Sasha tells Anos that she'll never work under him, even if he decides to destroy her for it. Anos then explains that he's doing all of this for Misha's sake. Hearing this, Sasha says that's fine then, and agrees to join Anos' team. Anos then tells Sasha that her eyes are very beautiful, which makes Sasha start blushing. After that, Anos arrives home, where his mom gives him a big hug. Anos tells his mom that he's brought another friend with him today. After that, Sasha walks in and introduces herself to everyone. Seeing Sasha, Anos' mom is stunned all over again and says that Anos has now brought home a second wife. Hearing this, Anos' dad comes outside and tells Anos that he's extremely proud of him, since no one in their family has ever had 2 wives. After this, they all sit down for dinner, and Sasha really enjoyed the meal too. Afterward, Anos goes to drop Misha and Sasha back home. Just as Anos is about to leave, Sasha stops him. Sasha asks Anos if he can change his own fate, and Anos tells him that yes, he can change his fate, and that it's actually very simple for him. He'll simply destroy his fate. Hearing this, Sasha asks Anos to come a little closer, but Anos refuses to listen to her and says he doesn't like taking orders from anyone. Sasha then asks him again, this time as a request, and hearing this, Anos goes closer to her. Sasha then kisses Anos, after which Anos starts asking him about it. Sasha explains that since Anos is her friend, that's why she kissed him, and that this was her first time kissing anyone. Hearing this, Anos uses his teleportation magic and leaves from there. We then see Sasha asking Misha if she likes Anos. Misha tells Sasha that yes, she does like Anos, and asks Sasha the same question back. Sasha explains that she became interested in Anos because he had told her that her eyes were very beautiful. Sasha says Anos also has demon eyes just like hers, which is why she likes him so much. Sasha then tells Misha that she likes her a lot too, because back when Sasha was going through depression as a child, Misha had come to her and helped her get out of that depression. After this, Sasha starts apologizing to Misha for her rude behavior, and Misha forgives her. later, the scene then changes. The teacher tells everyone that today one of the 7 elder demon emperors is coming to give all the students a special lecture on great magic. Anos starts thinking about the 7 elder demon emperors. Sasha then explains to Anos that 2,000 years ago, the Demon King used his own blood to create 7 members, and those 7 members are known as the 7 elder demon emperors. The teacher then tells Anos that he shouldn't forget his manners, and Anos responds that yes, he'll behave. Just then, Ibis Necron enters the classroom, who is one of the 7 elder demon emperors. Anos stops Ibis and tells him that it's been a long time since they last met. Hearing this, everyone is stunned, and the teacher starts apologizing to Ibis, telling him that they'll expel Anos from the academy for his mistake. Ibis says there's no need for any of that, and then asks Anos if they've met before. Anos tells him that yes, they met 2,000 years ago. After this, Ibis explains that he doesn't remember anything from 2,000 years ago. Anos goes over to Ibis and uses his magic on him, restoring Ibis's old memories from 2,000 years ago. Anos then tells Ibis that they'll talk later, and after saying this, Anos goes back to his seat. After that, Ibis gives a lecture to everyone about necromancy technique fusion, which can be used to boost one's power. Anos asks Sasha about necromancy technique, and Sasha tells him that she knows everything about necrological magic and has already mastered it. Anos then asks Sasha if she knows Ibis well, and Sasha explains that the 7 elder demon emperors are like gods, so she's only met Ibis in person once. After this, we see Anos and Ibis together. Anos tells Ibis that he used his power to restore Ibis's old memories back into his mind, but Anos discovers that 2,000 years ago, the name Avos Dilhevia was put in place of his own name as the Demon King. Anos starts thinking that someone must have gone back in time and used a different name in place of his own. Ibis asks Anos if he's his master and the Demon King. Hearing this, Anos tells him that he's the real Demon King and that his name is Anos Voldegod, but someone used the name Avos in place of his own. Ibis asks Anos who this person could possibly be who did this. Anos explains that it's probably the same person who erased Ibis's memories. Ibis then confirms that it's true that someone did erase his memories, and he has no idea about any of this. Ibis then tells Anos that he'll look into who did all of this. Anos thanks Ibis for his help, after which Ibis leaves. Just then, the teacher comes over to Anos and tells him something, handing him a badge. She tells Anos that someone from his team dropped this badge. Anos then brings the badge to Misha and tells her that she's the one who dropped it. Misha thanks Anos, and we notice she's holding a letter in her hand. Anos asks Misha if this is the same letter you had dropped on the day of the entrance exam. Misha explains that this letter was sent to her by the person who raised her. Anos then asks Misha if she's not going to read the letter. Meanwhile, we see Sasha explaining to all her team members that she's now part of Anos' team. All of Sasha's team members ask her why she's on the Misfits team. Hearing this, Sasha uses her demon eyes to scare them all off before leaving. After this, all the students arrive near the dungeon for the exam. The teacher explains the exam rules to everyone, telling them they'll need to bring back a variety of weapons and armor from inside the dungeon. All the students then start heading into the dungeon. Meanwhile, Sasha tells Anos that they should head into the dungeon too, otherwise they'll fail the exam. Anos asks Sasha if they just need to find one rare weapon to pass this exam. Sasha confirms this and explains that this rare weapon was created by a demon king and is located somewhere inside this dungeon, and Anos explains that this crystal belongs to him, which is why he knows everything about it. After that, they all head into the dungeon. Anos asks Misha about her and Sasha's birthday, and Misha tells him that her and Sasha's birthday is tomorrow. Hearing this, Anos asks if the two of them are twins. Anos then asks Misha what gift she wants for her birthday tomorrow, and Misha tells him she doesn't want anything. Meanwhile, Sasha tells them both to hurry up, and after this, they notice that the path ahead has come to a dead end. Anos tells them there's a secret path here, and Sasha uses her demon eyes to look beyond the wall, but she can't spot any secret path. Anos then breaks open that path and tells them this is the secret path, which leaves both Misha and Sasha impressed. After this, they all head inside the dungeon and find it quite pleasant with a beautiful garden inside it too. Anos starts thinking that this place has changed quite a bit since before. They continue further ahead, where they come across another large door. Misha explains that anti-magic has been used on this door, which means they can't destroy it. Hearing this, Sasha asks how they're supposed to get past this door. Anos tells them that they'll simply open the door and go through, and he opens the door with his own hand. Anos tells them that they all only think about destroying things, but they should also use their brains in addition to their magic. After this, they all head inside the castle, where they find the rare weapon, and Sasha goes over to examine it. Meanwhile, Anos takes Misha along with him into a secret room filled with many rare items. Anos tells Misha that she can take any gift from here for Sasha. Misha then spots a rope there, and seeing it, she says she wants that rope. Anos tells Misha that this rope is extremely rare and beautiful. Just then, Misha notices a ring there too, one that's extremely beautiful. Anos tells Misha that she can take that ring for herself, but Misha declines to take the ring. After this, the two of them go back to Sasha, and Misha gives her the rope, telling her it's a birthday gift for her. Seeing this, Sasha becomes extremely happy. She then tells Anos to leave the room, since she wants to try on the rope. Anos goes into another room, and meanwhile, Misha helps Sasha put on the rope, telling her that today is such a happy day for her. A little while later, when Anos comes back into the room, he sees that Sasha had killed killed Misha. Anos asks Sasha why she did this to Misha. Sasha explains that she never wanted Misha around from the very beginning and that she's always hated her deeply, which is why she killed her. Just then, Sasha notices that Misha is still alive. Anos tells Sasha that she never actually wanted to kill Misha since she attacked her chest with the knife. Hearing this, Sasha starts laughing and uses her magic power on Misha, telling Anos that Misha will die within 10 seconds. Sasha then starts to walk away, but Anos grabs hold of Sasha. Sasha looks over at Misha, who is completely healed, and she can't understand what's happening at all. Anos explains to Sasha that she had actually used her healing magic on Misha a long time ago already, and that for all this time, Sasha had only been looking at an illusion. Anos explains that he figured out Sasha's true intentions the moment Misha gave her the rope, because that's exactly when Sasha had activated her demon eyes, which is how Anos knew that Sasha wanted to kill Misha. After this, Sasha starts attacking Anos with her demon eyes, but it has no effect on him whatsoever. Anos then starts attacking Sasha with his own demon eyes, but just then, Misha tells Anos to let Sasha go. Hearing this, Anos releases Sasha. Misha then walks over to Sasha, and seeing this makes Sasha even angrier. She tells Misha that she has always hated her, after which Sasha runs away from there. Anos asks Misha about herself. Misha asks him if he really wants to know about her, and hearing this, Anos says it's fine if she wants to tell him. We then see Misha telling Anos that she doesn't exist in this world. Hearing this, Anos understands and tells Misha that she's actually Sasha. Misha then asks how he figured this out, and Anos explains that he had seen Sasha ending a jacket spell a little while ago. Jacket magic is used to form contracts, and Sasha must have created a contract with her. Anos explains that 2,000 years ago, the Necron family created a magic that could split one person into two halves, and Ivis was behind all of this. Misha explains that she possesses Sasha's soul, and that's the reason she exists in this world at all. Anos explains that using this magic, Ivis wanted to merge both their bodies to create one powerful demon, which is why he created this magic in the first place. Misha explains that she wanted to live a normal life, but she knew her fate, that she was destined to leave this world, and only Sasha would remain. But none of this made Misha sad at all, because she had spent 15 years living her life fully, and all she wanted was just a few memories, which she had already gotten by being with Anos, since he had become such a good friend to her. Hearing this, Anos hugs Misha tightly. Anos tells Misha that he'll fulfill all her wishes. Misha tells Anos that she wants to live happily together with Sasha. Anos agrees to this wish of Misha's, and tells Misha that she needs to live her life well too, and Misha agrees to this as well.
After this, Anos uses his teleportation magic, and the two of them go over to Sasha. Anos tells Sasha that Misha wants to live happily together with her. Hearing this, Sasha gets angry and asks Misha why she still wants to stay with her after everything she's done to her. Misha asks Sasha why she hates her so much. Just then, Sasha tells Anos that the two of them should battle again. If Anos wins this time, Sasha will answer all of Misha's questions. Anos agrees to Sasha's terms and tells her that he'll keep his eyes closed while she creates the circle. After this, Sasha uses her power to create two magic circles and tells Anos that she created this magic herself. Anos asks Sasha if he needs to control both magic circles, but Misha tells Anos that he only needs to control one of the two magic circles. After this, Anos uses his power to take control of that magic circle's power. After winning the battle, Misha asks Sasha why she hates her so much. Sasha tells Misha that today she's going to disappear forever. Sasha then tells Misha that back when she was a child and couldn't control the power of her demon eyes, she had started isolating herself, and Misha had come to her and helped pull her out of her depression, which allowed Sasha to go out into the world and call back her past self. But she felt terrible for Misha, since Misha had remained alone for 15 years, never speaking to anyone. So Sasha decided that she would give her own life to Misha instead, since she had already gotten to enjoy her own life fully. After this, Sasha tells Misha that she needs to reject her so that Misha can go on living her life properly, and Sasha will disappear from this world in her place instead. After this, Sasha's magic circle starts taking effect, but Misha refuses to reject Sasha. Because Misha loved Sasha so deeply, Sasha starts crying upon hearing all of this, and tells Misha that if she doesn't reject her, she'll never be able to save her. Hearing this, Misha explains that since she doesn't actually exist in this world, none of this matters to her at all, because after disappearing, Misha will simply go back into Sasha's body and remain with her forever. Misha then tells Anos that all of her wishes have come true, and she has no regrets left at all. Hearing this, Anos tells her that there's still one wish of hers that hasn't been fulfilled yet. She still hasn't seen a real Marshal. Anos explains that to do this, he would need to go back and change the past. He tells them that if their source is currently just one, but if their past source could be doubled, then they would naturally become two separate people, since their sources would increase as well. Sasha says they can't use this magic since it would require an enormous amount of power. Just then, Anos says he'll share his own power with both of them so they can use this magic. Both Misha and Sasha agree to Anos' plan. Just then, Ivis arrives there and attacks Anos. Anos. Ivas's sword goes straight through Anos's body, and he tells Anos that he won't let him do this. But the attack has no effect on Anos at all, and he tells Ivas that he has already been reborn once before, so Ivas can't kill him now. Anos then attacks Ivas with his own sword, sending Ivas crashing into a wall. After this, Anos uses his magic power to start traveling back into Misha and Sasha's past. Just then, the god of time appears within the time flow and tells them that they cannot alter the flow of time and that he'll punish them for this transgression. The god of time then pulls Ivas Necron into the time stream and enters his body, restoring Ivas's body back to its original form and making him extremely powerful. Anos then attacks Ivas with his magic power, but Ivas simply stops time itself, freezing the attack right where it is. After this, Ivas attacks them with his magic, but Anos blocks all of these attacks using a barrier. Sasha tells Anos that he won't be able to keep blocking attacks for much longer, so they need to leave this place, but Anos doesn't listen to her and tells her to trust him instead. Just then, Ivas attacks Anos from behind, causing blood to come out of Anos's body. Misha and Sasha become extremely frightened seeing this. Ivas then says that even though Anos is his master, he doesn't care, since he's already killed him too, so nothing can stop him now. Just then, Anos appears right behind Ivas, leaving him utterly stunned. Anos tells Ivas that he had actually remembered him all along, but pretended to forget so that he could succeed in his plan. After this, Ivas moves away and uses his magic to stop time completely, but it has no effect on Anos whatsoever, leaving Ivas utterly shocked. Anos explains that just because Ivas can stop time doesn't mean he can defeat him, since Anos doesn't believe in any of these things. Just then, Ivas attacks Anos again, but Anos blocks this attack too. Seeing this, Ivas asks Anos if he really thinks of himself as the Demon King. He then asks Anos what exactly a Demon King even is, whether it's a title, a power, or some kind of authority. Ivas explains that the Demon King is all of these things combined. Hearing this, Anos says that the Demon King simply means him. Anos then tells Misha and Sasha that they should just come along with him, and they won't need any fate or wishes anymore. Both Misha and Sasha agree to go along with Anos. Then Anos asks them if they believe in him, to which they both respond that they trust Anos completely. After that, Anos uses his magic power to separate their sources from one another. Seeing this, Ivas can't believe it and tells Anos that he just ruined his entire plan. Anos then responds to Ivas, reminding him that he seems to have forgotten where they currently are. Anos explains that they are inside the Demon Castle, where the Demon King holds immense power. Anos then draws out his demon sword, and the sight of it fills Ivas with absolute terror. Anos explains that this is the very demon sword he once used to lay waste to everything around him. He then uses that sword to finish off Ivas entirely, but moments later, Anos uses his power to bring Ivas back to life. Ivas immediately begins apologizing to Anos for everything he did wrong. Anos asks Ivas what exactly happened to him, and Ivas admits that he doesn't remember anything, that someone else had been controlling his body the whole time. Anos places his hand on Ivas's head and discovers that the one behind all of this is Avs Delivia. Anos then gives Ivas an order to investigate everyone involved and to start by going to the 7 elder demons and conducting a thorough investigation there. Ivas agrees and leaves without hesitation. Meanwhile, Sasha and Misha both return to their normal selves. Anos tells them that they need to head back for the exam so he can finally obtain a perfect score. Sasha asks Anos why he even needs a perfect score when they already have so much power. Anos explains that he has never once received a perfect score in his entire life. After that, they all make their way out of the dungeon. Just then, the letter slips from Misha's hand and Anos picks it up and hands it back to her. Misha's overjoyed to see it because she had been afraid it would disappear and she would never get the chance to read it. Sasha then hugs Misha from behind and tells her she wants to stay by her side always. Anos then reflects on how wonderful this place truly is, that back in the time he used to live in, all he ever thought about was war. But for certain reasons, this world feels different to him, and he never once imagined creating a world like this. Anos then hands Misha the ring that she had spotted inside the castle earlier. The two of them thank Anos, and Sasha calls him Lord Anos, which makes Anos burst out laughing. He then asks Sasha if she kissed him that one day, and hearing this, Misha immediately starts asking about the kiss. Sasha then explains to Misha that nothing like that happened. It was just a friendly kiss. We then cut to a flashback where Anos has arrived for battle alongside his demon army. Suddenly, the water god unleashes her power and attacks them, sweeping Anos's entire demon army away in a flood. Anos is deeply impressed watching the water god's true power in action. Just as he is about to step forward to fight her himself, Sin, Anos's loyal servant, steps in and tells him that he will be the one to take on the water god. Anos agrees and lets Sin go. Sin fights the water god and defeats her. Anos praises Sin, acknowledging that he has grown far stronger than before. Anos then asks Sin what reward he wants, but Sin declines and says all he wants is to remain by Anos' side. Anos tells Sin that he is free to do whatever he wishes. Just then, hero Cannon arrives to challenge Anos. Sin explains that Cannon possesses the power of all the spirit gods, making him an exceptionally skilled swordsman, and in a sword fight, even stronger than Sin himself. Anos then tells Sin that if hero Cannon has shown up here, it means the spirit god must be nearby as well. He orders Sin to go find the spirit god, and Sin departs immediately. Anos then readies himself to face hero Cannon head
head-on and launches a magic attack, sending a massive blast of magical energy exploding throughout the entire forest. We then return to the present, where Sasha tells Anos that today are the results of the dungeon exam. Sasha is thrilled, convinced that they are about to receive a perfect score. The teacher then walks into the class and announces to all the students that a transfer student will be joining their academy today. That student also happens to be from the Royal Academy, so the teacher tells Anos to watch his manners, and Anos agrees. The teacher then informs Anos that the rare weapon his team brought in has gone missing from the academy, so she gives his team 70 marks and explains that they are still searching for it. Hearing this, Sasha immediately challenges the teacher, arguing that since the academy is at fault, they should receive full marks. The teacher acknowledges that Sasha's frustration is understandable, but tells her that academy rules still have to be followed. Just then, another student, wearing a white uniform, speaks up and sides with Sasha, saying that the entire fault lies with the academy. The teacher warns that student to take her seat or face punishment. At that moment, Anos stands up, walks over to one of the students, uses his magic on them, and pulls the missing weapon right out of them, then hands it over to the teacher. He tells the teacher that she set all of this up and that there was absolutely no point to it. Meanwhile, Anos is walking with Misha and Sasha when the girl from class comes up to him. She thanks Anos for helping her back there and introduces herself as Lisa. Lisa then tells Anos that she believes he is the true Demon King and that there are other students who believe the same thing. Anos responds by telling Lisa that since she is a hybrid student, her team is probably pretty capable too. Lisa then turns to Sasha and Misha and asks if they also believe that Anos is the real Demon King. Sasha confirms that she knows exactly who Anos is. After that, Lisa takes all of them to the Union Tower. Misha mentions that some of their fan club members live in one of those towers. Misha then introduces Anos to all of her club members. Every single student is stunned seeing Anos standing right in front of them. They can barely believe it because they are all massive fans of his. Sasha even starts blushing after spotting a photo of Anos in one of the books.
Enos then tells Misha that all of their power levels are extremely low. Lisa agrees and then shows Enos a sword, one that's missing half of its blade. She explains that she is not a pure-blood demon because her father was a demon and her mother was a spirit, but her mother passed away right after giving birth to her and she has never once met her father. Hearing this, Enos asks Lisa about her father. Lisa says her father is likely a royal demon and that's probably why he abandoned her, because she isn't a pureblood. But the sword was something her father sent her on her birthday. She then asks Enos to let all of them join his team, but Enos tells Lisa that they'll first have to prove themselves worthy of a spot on his team. Lisa accepts the challenge. We then see all the students pulling swords out of the ground. Sasha puts everything she has into trying to pull her sword out, but it just won't budge. She asks Misha where the elder demons are since they were supposed to show up today for training. Misha figures they're probably just running late. Right then, two demons land on the training grounds, both of them members of the 7 Elder Demon Empire. They tell all the students that they need to pull their swords free from the ground, and after that, the real training will begin. Enos walks over to Sasha and starts teasing her about not being able to pull her sword out. Sasha fires back and asks if Enos has pulled his out yet. He then uses his demon ice power to draw the sword, and the moment he does, the teacher tells him he'll now have to fight her. Meanwhile, the other demon asks if any other student managed to pull their sword free. Sure enough, another student has, the new transfer student. The demon challenges that student to a fight, and the boy takes him down in a single attack. On the other side, Enos defeats the second demon as well, and remarks that the 7 elder demons aren't all that impressive. He then tells the transfer student that he didn't even use his full power. The boy says the exact same thing back, that Enos didn't use his real power either. The teacher, overhearing this, is visibly shocked, and she realizes she cannot make this boy the leader of a separate team. The boy walks up to Enos, introduces himself as Ray, and asks if he can join Enos's team. The teacher immediately steps in and tells Ray he absolutely cannot. If he joins Enos's team, it would damage the reputation of the royal family. Ray looks at the teacher and tells her plainly to consider him not part of the royal family. Enos tells Ray that before joining his team, he'll need to prove his power first. Ray asks what he has to do. Enos turns to Misha and asks when their next exam is. Misha says it's tomorrow. Enos then tells Lisa to team up with Ray and battle against them. Lisa agrees, and Ray says he has no problem with it either. They all head out to the forest for the battle. Lisa tells Ray that he seems different from the other royal students. Ray explains that he actually likes the royal family and all their rules. They make him feel comfortable and at ease. Back on the other side, we see Enos, Sasha, and Misha observing the terrain. Then Misha uses her magic to construct an ice castle right there on the spot. Sasha asks how she built it so fast. Misha explains that she used the ring Enos gave her. It's infused with magical power. Enos confirms that the ring carries real magic within it. Sasha then heads off to fight, and Enos makes his way toward Ray. We then see a massive golem that Lisa's team has built together. They all go after Sasha. Meanwhile, Enos asks Ray where his sword is. Ray tells him he gave his sword to Lisa. Enos then picks up a blade that's lying nearby and gets ready to fight Ray. On the other side, Sasha and Misha team up and use Geograce to take down the massive golem. But then Lisa shows up and launches an attack on Sasha. Back on Enos' side, the fight between him and Ray has gotten incredibly intense. Then we see Sasha tap into her power, and a robe appears beside her, the one Enos gave her on her birthday, which is imbued with magic
magical power. The golem also comes back and charges at Sasha, but Misha jumps in to help, and together Sasha and Misha unleash their fusion magic, completely overpowering Lisa and her entire team. Everyone then turns their attention to watch the fight between Enos and Ray. Their fight is so intense that it sends earthquakes rippling through the entire forest. Enos tells Ray that he's incredibly strong, stronger than anyone Enos has faced in a long time. He mentions that 2,000 years ago, he had a friend who was about as strong as Ray. Ray tells Enos the same thing, that in his entire life, he's never fought anyone stronger than Enos, and that's exactly why this fight feels so good. They both go all out on each other, and Enos ends up winning. Ray tells Enos that he supposes he won't be joining his team after all, but Enos takes him in anyway. Ray tells Enos that next time he'll beat him. Enos just smiles and says that next time won't be any different, because by then, he'll be fighting with his real sword. We then see Enos having dinner at home with all of his friends. Misha asks Enos if she's officially on his team now. Enos tells her that he can see a strength inside her, the same kind that the water god had, which means she's likely connected to the water god in some way, and that's exactly why he brought her onto the team. Nisha is absolutely overjoyed hearing this and thanks him. Enos' mom then tells Enos how happy it makes her to see him making more and more friends. She tells him that he's sure to become a demon lord one day. After all, that's the whole reason he's at the Demon King Academy, and when that happens, everyone will finally get to meet Demon Lord Ludwell. We then see Ray and Nisha outside in the garden talking, while Enos watches them from a window. His dad walks over and asks about the two of them, and Enos says they just went out for some fresh air. Meanwhile, Sasha and Misha are inside looking through old childhood photos of Enos. His dad then shares that Enos' birth was incredibly difficult. He nearly died inside his mother's womb. His mom adds that she prayed with everything she had for Enos to survive, and after that, he was born. Because of that, he grew up somewhat apart from others, but it never really bothered him. Outside, Ray and Nisha are still talking. Nisha tells Ray that he's different from everyone else in the royal family. He actually treats people of lower rank with genuine respect. Ray says he doesn't see any real difference between royals and hybrids. What he respects is real talent, plain and simple. He then asks Nisha how she feels, being half demon and half spirit. Nisha admits she's been feeling a little strange lately, but says she's fine now. She asks Ray why he brought it up. Ray tells her that hybrids, half demon, half spirit, don't tend to live very long, and with that, he walks away. The next day, the teacher announces to the class that the Demon Academy will be selecting only 2 students for the upcoming show tournament. She calls out Ray's name first, then Enos's. Enos turns to Ray and asks why he's been selected for the show tournament at all, since he's from a hybrid family, and this tournament is traditionally for royal family members only. He tells Ray that this might be a trap set specifically for him. Just then, Nisha walks up and tells Enos that the hybrid demon empire wants to meet with him. Enos leaves with Nisha to go meet them. The moment the demon sees Enos, he bows immediately. He recognizes him right away. He introduces himself as Melis. Enos asks Melis if he remembers him and starts asking him everything he knows. Melis explains that when the Demon King died, someone erased all of his memories. After that, Melis tried to enter the demon castle, but there was a barrier blocking the way. He kept trying for 100 straight years until he finally managed to get inside, only to discover that the Demon King's name had been changed entirely. Hearing this, Enos says that Avs Delivia is behind all of this. He's the one who did it. Enos tells Melis to dig up whatever he can about Avs and starts to leave, but Melis stops him and warns him not to participate in the show tournament because it's a trap designed specifically for him. Enos listens and tells him he'll think about it. Enos then heads home and finds Misha there. He asks what she's doing at his house. She tells him she wants to build a mushroom garden for him today, which is why she came over. Enos looks at the dinner that's already been set out and asks Misha if she made all of it. His mom confirms that Misha did it all herself and that she also picked up how to build a mushroom garden surprisingly fast. They all sit down for dinner. Enos' mom asks Misha why Sasha didn't come with her. Misha says Sasha has been really busy lately. Enos asks what she's busy with, and Misha says it's the show tournament that's keeping her occupied. His mom then mentions that Miss Amelia actually came by the house earlier to talk about the show tournament. Enos starts thinking, why is Miss Amelia pushing so hard for him to enter? He tells his mom that he's not planning to participate. His mom immediately pushes back and says if he doesn't enter the tournament, how is he ever going to become the Demon King? Misha also chimes in and says he needs to keep his record clean as the Demon King. Enos says he doesn't even have a sword for the tournament. His mom tells him not to worry about that at all, because his dad has already taken care of it. The next day, Enos and Misha head out together to a store filled with all kinds of magical models. Misha tells Enos that this is her favorite place. She comes here to build castle models. She then creates a model right there on the spot, showing all of them having dinner at Enos' house. She asks Enos to make one too, and Enos pours his full power into building one, a perfect, detailed model of the entire kingdom. The shop owner walks in and is completely blown away. She offers to pay Enos a huge amount of money for it, but Enos turns her down and walks away. He then gives Misha a miniature version of the model, a tiny one, and Misha is absolutely delighted by it. Enos then transforms it into a ring and slips it onto Misha's finger, telling her that the model belongs to her now and she can keep it with her always. As they walk, Misha spots a cat cafe nearby full of adorable cats. They both head inside. Misha asks Enos if he likes cats. Just then, one of the cats walks up to Enos and passes him information about the castle. As it turns out, That cat is actually Evis Necron. He does tell Enos that the last place he spotted Melis was at a magical hospital. Enos immediately senses that there must be something important going on there. Enos and Misha head over to the hospital, and that's where they run into Ray. Enos asks Ray what he's doing there. Ray explains that his mother is a patient at this hospital, and her condition is very serious. He comes every day just to see her. Enos tells Ray that he can heal his mother, and that Ray should let him know if he ever needs help. But Ray turns him down, thanks him, and starts to leave. The next day, Ray is at the show tournament with his mother. He asks her about his father, but she doesn't say a word and walks away. Shortly after, Evis finds Enos and fills him in that Melis isn't involved in the show tournament, but two members of the Seven Demon Empire, Goss and Dor, are connected to it. Enos asks Evis more about Ray. Evis tells Enos that after checking out the magical hospital, he found out that Ray's mother is gravely ill and nearing death. She's been struck by a spread disease that has no known cure. Enos says he's never even heard of that disease before, and that it must be extremely rare. The tournament kicks off. Demon Lord Ludwil, Miss Amelia's older brother, steps onto the grounds, and every single person in the stadium is buzzing about him. He's widely known to be incredibly powerful. Ludwil's battle is set to be against Enos. Enos is called into the stadium, but he doesn't show up. The crowd immediately starts talking, calling him weak and a coward. Enos's mom hears this and gets furious, telling everyone that her son is anything but weak. Enos is actually nearby, listening to it all. Then his dad shows up and hands Enos a sword, telling him he went out specifically to get it for him. Enos notices an injury on his dad's head and asks what happened. His dad says he just fell on the way and that's how he got hurt. Enos then tells Nisha that he's not about to fall for any of these traps and walks into the stadium. Ludwil sees him and says he figured Enos had already run off. Enos apologizes for keeping him waiting. He then tells Ludwil plainly that he's going to end this fight in 1 minute. We then cut briefly to Ray sitting alone in his room. Back in the stadium, Enos and Ludwil are going at it, while all the girls from Enos's fan club are singing in the stands to cheer him on. Enos dodges every single one of Ludwil's attacks with ease and defeats him. Ludwil asks how he managed to break his demon sword. Enos tells him that he underestimated his dad's sword, and that's why he lost. The crowd hears this and starts wondering who Enos's father could be. Meanwhile, Enos's dad is so overwhelmed with pride that he starts crying right there in the stands. We then see Miss Amelia watching Enos, absolutely seething with rage.
After the fight, Enos is in his room resting when Nisha comes in and tells him his fight was incredible and that he's amazing. They both then find out that Ray also won his first battle and that he's joined the Log North team. Ray then walks into Enos's room. Nisha asks him why he joined Log North. Ray explains that they're a royal demon team that offered him a lot of money and the chance to become a demon lord, so he can no longer stay on Enos's team. He turns to leave, but before he goes, he tells Enos that he's going to kill him. He then swings his sword straight at Enos, but Enos catches the blade with his bare hands and drives his palm right into Ray's chest. Ray looks at him and says he was a split second away from taking Enos's head off, but Enos got his hand up just in time. Enos tells Ray he was just as close to destroying his heart. Ray looks at him and says they'll settle this in the finals, and walks out. Enos then tells Nisha that there's a magical tool implanted inside Ray's body that could kill him. Nisha's stunned. Enos explains that Ray isn't coming to them for help because someone is probably holding him hostage. After that, Enos wins his next battle too, and the girls from his fan club go absolutely wild. Their boy is in the finals. The royal students in the stands start debating among themselves. Some think Enos might actually win the whole thing, while others point out that Ray has been an absolute monster in this tournament and could easily take Enos down. That evening, everyone gathers around to congratulate Enos on making it to the finals, telling him he's going to win it all. His mom and dad are both beaming with pride. Some of the students start complimenting his dad on the sword he made, and the man nearly loses it from happiness. Misha quietly asks Enos if the sword is really as powerful as everyone's saying. Enos tells her he let his dad believe that. He didn't have the heart to tell him that he actually poured his own magic into the blade. Then, Enos heads to the hospital with Misha to check on Ray's mom. When they get there, they find that her body is literally starting to fade away because she's half demon, half spirit. Enos explains that this is a spirit disease that affects people who are half demon and half spirit. Nisha immediately asks, but Ray is a pure blood demon, so how does this connect? Enos explains that this woman isn't Ray's biological mother. She's the one who raised him. Ray's real parents are full pure blood demons, likely from a royal family, and they never raised him themselves. There's definitely a reason behind that, but they don't know it yet. Just then, Ray's mom regains consciousness. She looks at Enos and says his name. He asks how she knows who he is. She tells him Ray came to visit and talked about him, said it was the first time in his life he'd ever made real friends, and that he was genuinely happy. Enos then asks her about the control tool that's been implanted inside Ray, something extremely dangerous. She says she knows about it. Ray agreed to it in exchange for her treatment. Enos tells her he can heal her, and if he does, Ray will be free. He asks her about the disease. She explains that among half-spirit people, there's a tradition that leaves them incredibly weakened. Enos says he can break that tradition, but she tells him it's already too far gone. She can feel that she doesn't have much time left. Then she starts talking about Ray. She says he's always loved sword fighting, wanted to fight with a sword since he was a little kid, never lost a single battle, but in reality, he was completely alone, no friends, nobody. But then, one day, he came home and told her he had finally lost a sword fight, and he was smiling the whole time he said
said it. He told her he was going to beat that person one day for sure. She looks at Enos and asks him to save Ray, to not let him go back to being that lonely person he used to be. Then Nisha speaks up and says she's a spirit too, so Enos can use her source. Enos says he's going to attempt to fuse both their sources together and begins channeling his magic. He warns them that the biggest risk is that both of them could disappear entirely. Ray's mom immediately starts begging him not to do it, but Nisha tells her they can't leave Ray in the hands of those royal demons, and she trusts Enos completely, so nothing bad is going to happen to either of them. And with that, Enos begins using his magic to merge both their sources together. Enos tells Nisha she won't be able to hold the fusion together much longer, but Misha steps in and says she can heal Ray's mom herself. Right at that moment, Enos feels something strange. Meanwhile, Enos's mom is walking home with all the fan club girls, and everyone is talking about Enos. That's when Miss Amelia shows up and demands the sword. Enos's mom refuses to hand it over. Miss Amelia tries to rip it out of her hands, but she still won't let go. Amelia loses her temper and blasts her with magic, sending her crashing to the ground, her legs completely paralyzed. Amelia raises her hand to attack again, but this time, the fan club girls throw themselves in front of it and take the hit. Amelia unleashes her magic on all of them, and every single girl gets badly hurt, but they all get back on their feet anyway. Enos's mom looks at Amelia and asks how she could do this to her own students. Amelia says she doesn't care about hybrids at all. She only supports pure royal students. She hits them again, and again, every girl stands back up. They tell Amelia they are not going to let this happen because Enos trusted them, and they refuse to break that trust. That only makes Amelia angrier. She attacks with everything she has and kills them all. Then she turns to finish off Enos's mother. That's when Enos arrives. He freezes Amelia in place with his power, then heals his mother and every single one of the girls. One by one, he asks each of them their name. They all tell him their full names. Enos looks at them and tells them he will never forget a single one of their names, because together they protected his mother. He thanks them all from the bottom of his heart. Then he turns to Amelia, teleports her away, and drives his sword straight into her back. Blood pours from her back and her mouth. Enos looks her dead in the eyes and tells her he won't stop until she's on her knees begging him for her life. Amelia sneers and says she is a royal. She will never beg a hybrid for anything, so Enos pushes the sword deeper. The pain becomes unbearable, and she finally breaks. She begs him to stop. Enos kills her. Then he brings her back, but not as a royal. He resurrects her as a hybrid. Then he walks away, and Amelia collapses to the ground, sobbing. Back at the hospital, Nisha is still healing Ray's mom when Ray walks into the room. He asks Nisha what she's doing there and what kind of magic that is. Nisha tells him she knows everything, and she wants to help him so he doesn't have to stay trapped under those royal demons. Ray tells her fusing her source with his mom's source is incredibly dangerous. Nisha tells her she's going to heal her mother regardless. Ray asks if Enos knows any of this. Nisha says no. Enos has no idea. Then Ray looks at her and says that she wants to save every hybrid she can, but one day that's going to cost her her own life. Then he knocks her out and lays her down gently. He goes to his mother's side and finds her awake. He tells her he's going to save her no matter what. She tells him she already knows everything and that he doesn't need to worry about her anymore because she doesn't have much time left. We then flash back to Ray's past. He'd been cast out by his family, wandering alone in the pouring rain until a woman found him and took him into her home. From that day on, he thought of her as his mother. Back in the present, she drifts off to sleep and Ray quietly leaves the room. Enos steps into the room and finds Misha asleep. He looks out the window and sees Ray walking away in the distance. Ray glances back, sees Enos watching, and keeps walking. The next day, the final battle of the show tournament. Misha hands Enos his sword and wishes him luck. He walks into the stadium. Inside, all the girls are cheering, but this time they're cheering for Ray. The two of them step onto the arena floor. The crowd is going insane. A magical bracelet appears on each of their wrists. Whoever breaks the other person's bracelet first wins the match. But Enos immediately notices something wrong. His bracelet is draining his power, absorbing it as the fight goes on. The battle begins. Enos blocks Ray's first attack and tells him he's going to have to work a lot harder than that to beat him. Then Ray does something no one expects. He slashes his own body with his sword, breaking his own contract. The magical tool inside him activates. Ray looks at Enos and tells him his contract is broken. He's going to die soon. He knows he won't be able to save his mother either, but before that happens, he wants to fight Enos with every last drop of power he has. After that, an intense sword fight breaks out between Enos and Ray. They are moving so incredibly fast that the audience in the stadium can't even track their movements. During the clash, Ray lands a strike on Enos's arm, causing it to bleed. The battle reaches a crazy level of intensity, leaving both of them covered in multiple cuts and wounds. Enos then tells Ray it's time to end this fight, and Ray agrees. They charge at each other for one final, desperate attack. Suddenly, we see that Enos's arm has been completely sliced off, but at the same time, Enos Anos has driven his sword straight through Ray's chest. Ray looks at Enos and tells him that he was really glad to have met him. Just then, a magical circle activates on the ground, and both of them are instantly teleported to another dimension. Once there, Enos casually says, "You did all this just to trap me, didn't you, Melhace?" We then see Melhace revert from his owl form back into his true self. Melhace admits that he wanted to eliminate Enos and gloats that Enos is now permanently trapped in his dimension. Enos just smirks and asks if Melhace really thinks he can defeat him just by trapping him here. Melhace points out that the bracelet Enos is wearing has already absorbed a massive amount of his power. His arm is completely severed, and Ray is practically on his deathbed. Following this, Melhace uses his magic to summon 2 more Demon Emperors. These are the exact same Demon Emperors that Enos and Ray defeated back in the exams. One of the demons sneers at Enos, saying they are here for revenge. Melhace arrogantly states that Enos will now have to face 3 Demon Emperors at once. However, without breaking a sweat, Enos uses his magic to instantly kill and freeze the other 2 demons. Meanwhile, Ray suddenly stands up, completely healed. Seeing this, Melhace is totally clueless and can't figure out what's going on. Anos tells Melhace to look closely and he'll understand everything. When Melhace pays attention, he realizes that the contract magic inside Ray's chest has completely disappeared. Ray then explains that they had been tricking him this entire time. When Anos stabbed Ray, he actually targeted and destroyed the magical tool planted inside his body. Because of this, Ray survived, and Melhace fell right into their trap, forcing him to reveal himself out in the open. Shocked, Melhace asks how this is even possible since they were literally trying to kill each other just moments ago. Ray simply replies that he has absolute faith in Anos, and if Anos wants to, he can destroy anyone. Frustrated, Melhace shows Ray's mother, whom he has taken hostage. Ray is shocked to see his mom in danger. Melhace tries to bargain, telling Ray that he will heal his mom, but only if Ray agrees to join the Royals. But before Ray can react, Anos bluntly tells Melhace, "If you want to kill his mom, go ahead and do it. We don't care at all." In that brief moment of confusion and distraction, Ray dashes over to his mom, grabs her, and they both teleport away to safety in another dimension. Realizing he's been played again, Melhace glares at Anos and says, "This was your plan all along." Furious, Melhace launches a massive dark magic attack at Anos. Anos immediately recognizes the energy and points out, "This is my own magic." Melhace reveals that 2,000 years ago, when Anos sacrificed himself to create the dimensional wall, this is that exact same wall, and Melhace is now going to use its power to destroy him. Anos quickly puts up a barrier and manages to block the incoming attack, but Melhace attacks again, boasting that thanks to the magic bracelet, he can siphon and use Anos' own power against him. Slowly, Anos' barrier begins to crack under the overwhelming pressure, but suddenly, Anos' severed arm flies through the air and starts attacking Melhace on its own. Melhace barely manages to dodge the rogue arm and stares at Anos, saying, "So you still have some power left in you." After that, Melhace retreats into his domain and confidently declares that no one can defeat him inside his own territory. He then approaches Ray and begins attacking him with dark magic, but Anos quickly puts up a barrier to protect Ray and his mom. Seeing this, Melhace is actually impressed and tells Anos, "You can still use your power from another dimension. I'm genuinely impressed." Ray warns Anos that he won't be able to hold the barrier for much longer, so Anos needs to make a move. Ray asks if Anos can use his magic to forge a sword for him. Anos agrees, creating a magical sword for Ray and explaining that he has infused his own power into the blade. Armed with the new sword, Ray tries to slice through Melhace's dark magic, but he fails. The magic is too strong and the sword shatters into pieces. Ray is stunned, and Melhace immediately counters with another dark magic attack. Fortunately, Anos casts his barrier just in time to save Ray once again. Anos tells Ray not to give up and to keep fighting, but a defeated Ray admits that he has no power left to continue. Just then, Ray's mom steps in and tells him that she will give him her power so he can keep fighting. As Ray watches, his mother suddenly transforms into a spirit sword. Ray picks up the spirit sword and begins tearing through Melhace's magic. As he fights, memories of the time he spent with his mom flash through his mind. Fueled by these memories, Ray unleashes his full power and completely obliterates Melhace's domain. Melhace is completely caught off guard, wondering how a mere spirit sword could hold that much power. Seeing his mom's sacrifice, Ray breaks down crying. Anos steps in, telling him that this is no time for tears. They need to finish Melhace right now. Meanwhile, Melhace prepares to launch another dark magic attack, but he is startled to find Anos right behind him. Melhace panics, yelling that it's impossible for Anos to enter this dimension. Anos calmly explains that Melhace severely underestimated the spirit sword. Its power weakened Melhace's control, allowing Anos to slip inside. In a desperate move, Melhace traps Anos in his dark magic and blasts him, but the attack does absolutely nothing. Horrified, Melhace spams his dark power, but Anos remains completely unfazed. Anos then draws his demon sword, a legendary blade capable of destroying anything in existence. He reveals to Melhace that thanks to the bracelet, his original power has finally returned to him. Terrified, Melhace fires off one last attack and attempts to flee, but Anos slashes him with the demon sword, completely nullifying all of Melhace's magic. As Anos walks closer, Melhace tries to cast more spells, but his magic instantly fizzles out. He desperately spams his abilities, but every single spell shatters on impact. Finally, Anos strikes Melhace in the head with his demon sword, exposing a parasite-like creature embedded in his brain that had been controlling him. Anos uses his magic to heal and free Melhace, and the group is teleported back to the stadium. When Anos asks what happened to him, Melhace explains that the day after they first met, someone ambushed him and placed him under mind control. Melhace uses his summoning magic to bring them over, and when Anos inspects their sources, souls, he realizes they've been tampered with. Just as Anos is about to revive them, an unknown figure blocks his magic. magic. Anos looks up to see a mysterious black knight. He directly asks, "Are you Avos Dilhavia?" But the knight simply turns and walks away in silence. Anos contemplates chasing after him, but decides against it. Instead, he tells Melhais to handle the revival of Gaios and Edel, while he takes care of the situation in the stadium. Suddenly, the crowd in the stadium regains consciousness. At first, they are blinded, but as the spell lifts, they see Anos standing victorious over a defeated Ray. The crowd erupts. Anos' parents and his fan club girls are absolutely thrilled. Anos then announces to the entire arena that he won the match solely because of the sword his dad made for him, calling his father an exceptional craftsman. Hearing this, Anos' dad bursts into tears of pride and joy. Anos then uses his magic to heal Ray. When Ray wakes up, he starts crying over the loss of his mother, but Anos tells him there's no need to cry. To everyone's absolute shock, especially Ray's, Anos uses his immense power to bring Ray's mom back to life. Confused, she asks Anos how he managed to revive her. Anos explains that he manipulated her tradition, the lore that dictates a spirit's existence. By spreading false rumors to alter the public's perception, he ensured that in her final moments, she took on her true form as a spirit sword to destroy Melhais' magic. By recalling that true tradition, Anos was able to anchor her soul and revive her completely. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Ray's mom sincerely thanks Anos for saving them and tells her that thanks to him, she'll be able to spend even more time with Ray. After the tournament wraps up, Sasha approaches Anos with his reward. She holds another sword in her hands, which she offers him. Anos mentions that this was the Necron family's decision, but then points out that she's forgetting something. Realizing this, Sasha steps closer, tells him that he has won the tournament, and surprises everyone by kissing him on the cheek before handing over the sword. After that, Sasha quickly walks away. Anos then goes over to Misha, who asks if he had fun. Anos replies that the tournament was actually really good. The scene then shifts to a flashback from the past, where Anos approaches hero Cannon to talk. Seeing Anos there, Cannon asks why he has come. Anos explains that he's here to end the war and bring peace to the world. Cannon is skeptical and replies, "You're talking about peace, Anos? I don't trust you." Anos clarifies that it's not just humans. Demons don't like war either. He tells Cannon, "I know you well. You're the first human who actually respects demons." Hearing this, Cannon is about to respond when a knight suddenly lunges in and attacks Anos, but Anos easily blocks the strike with his barrier. The attacker turns out to be hero Kanon's master, Jurga. Jurga warns Kanon not to believe a word Anos says. Jurga charges up his magic and moves in for an attack, but Anos lands a brutal punch, causing Jurga to bleed from his stomach. Anos coldly reminds him, "You killed my mother too." With that, Anos leaves. Kanon rushes over to Jurga. When Kanon asks if there is any way they can stop this war, Jurga insists that demons are humanity's greatest threat, and the war won't end until they are completely wiped out. Taking his master's words to heart, Kanon walks away toward the rest of the knights. Back in the present, their new teacher introduces herself as Meno Historia. She informs the students that today she'll be taking Emilia's place as their new homeroom teacher. Hearing this, some of the royal students begin to whisper, assuming Miss Emilia must have left the academy for good. Teacher Meno then goes over the upcoming schedule, announcing that they will be heading to the Hero Academy for a few weeks. The students are shocked at the thought of going to a place where humans live. The teacher explains that demons haven't lived alongside humans in years, so this trip is a trial run to encourage interaction between humans and demons. After that, the teacher uses her magic to give a visual demonstration, explaining that heroes were the warriors who once protected humanity. The teacher then explains that heroes could also use magic, just like demons. After that, she asks the class if anyone knows the name of the magic the heroes used. Anos uses his magic spell, Asla, and explains that heroes use this magic to share their power with their army, granting them an immense boost in strength. He adds, "Using creation magic, we can build a castle, but using Asla, we can actually destroy one." The teacher praises Anos, telling him that he is absolutely correct. Hearing his answer, all the girls in the Anos fan union are incredibly impressed. The teacher then asks Anos if he's the misfit and how he knows so much about the heroes. Anos simply replies that he knows all the heroes very well. We then see Anos training Sasha. He launches an attack that knocks her back and advises her to use her demon eyes more effectively. Ray mentions that he wants to train too, but he doesn't have a sword. Misha steps in, using her ice magic to create a sword for Ray. Armed with it, Ray charges at Anos, but Anos shatters the ice sword in a single strike and lands a punch that knocks Ray to the ground. The scene shifts to Melhais reporting to Anos. He reveals that 3 of the demon emperors had been manipulated by someone. Hearing this, Anos concludes that Avos Dilhavian must be behind this, meaning those 3 demon emperors are still under his control. Anos asks Melhais why Avos hadn't used his source magic on him. Melhais explains that Avos probably didn't trust him enough at the time, which spared him from the source magic's control. Melhais then cautions Anos about the upcoming trip to the Hero Academy. He warns that the hero has likely reborn there, and since the hero's name literally translates to God of War, they need to be strictly on their guard around him and his elite members. While Anos is deep in thought about this, he hears Ray calling out to him. Anos takes Ray to his castle, bringing him into a massive armory filled with weapons. Anos tells Ray that he can choose any weapon he wants from the collection. Ray mentions that he prefers wielding swords and picks one up from a nearby display. Anos asks if he wants to test it out, and Ray eagerly agrees. Using his magic, Anos creates a solid stone statue statue and tells Ray to strike it. However, when Ray attacks, his strike has absolutely no effect on the statue. Then Enos tells Ray that this sword connects to your heart and mind to attack, so if you don't focus your heart on that attack, it won't work. After hearing this, Ray says that this sword is really amazing and that he's going to keep it with him. Enos then tells Ray that 2,000 years ago, he had a servant who was his right-hand man. That servant was extremely powerful and could fully control this sword, and seeing Ray reminds him of that servant. The next day at the academy, Avos tells all the students that they'll need to travel to reach Hero Academy, and that he's giving them a maximum of 10 days to get there. If any student fails to arrive in time, they won't be able to participate in the trial. However, third-year students can reach there in just 2 days. After this, all the students set out for the academy. Meanwhile, Sasha and the others are discussing among themselves which route they should take so they can get there faster. Just then, Enos tells them that they can get there in a single second. He then teleports all of them using his magic straight to Azon, where the Hero Academy is located. Ray points out that they got there so quickly, but they still can't participate in the trial. Enos says that in the meantime, they can explore the city. He then asks Sasha to come along with them, and the two of them start exploring Azon together. Sasha asks Enos what he's come here to find out, and Enos tells her that he wants to learn about all the elite heroes in their academy. And after that, the two of them arrive at the gate of Hero Academy. Sasha tells Enos that they can't just walk up to the gate of this Hero Academy, but Enos opens the gate anyway. Just then, a girl shows up and tells them that outsiders aren't allowed to enter the Hero Academy. Enos then tells her that they're from the Demon Hardy country, and hearing this, the girl realizes that the two of them have come from the Demon Academy for the entrance exam. She introduces herself to Enos as Eleanor and tells them that she's a third-year student at Hero Academy. After that, Enos and Sasha also introduce themselves to her. After that, they all head inside the Hero Academy, where they come across a photo of a hero. Sasha asks who the man in the photo is, and Enos tells her that it's Hero Cannon. After that, Eleanor takes the two of them to the library here, which is full of magic books. She shows them a book and tells them that this book was written by Hero Cannon back when he defeated the Demon King 2,000 years ago. She adds that if they don't know anything about Hero Cannon, she can read the book to them. However, hearing Eleanor's statement makes Sasha angry, and she asks Eleanor exactly when Hero Cannon defeated the Demon King. Eleanor responds that he defeated the Demon King and created a barrier so that all humans could remain safe. Sasha then tells Eleanor that the Demon King had sacrificed himself 2,000 years ago to maintain peace in the world, and this barrier was actually created by him.
But just then, Anos cuts Sasha off and tells Eleanor that it was indeed Hero Cannon who defeated the Demon King. Anos then asks Eleanor for the Demon King's name, and Eleanor tells him it was Avos Dilhavia. Hearing this, Anos remarks that this name is the same here too. Anos then asks Eleanor about the reincarnation of the hero who's in the elite class. Eleanor tells Anos about the Zarga team that's been formed here, which includes 4 heroes. Anos asks her if Hero Cannon is one of them. Sasha then asks Anos who these 4 heroes are, to which Anos explains that Hero Cannon possessed a source, a power he received from a demon, and if his source had survived, he could have brought the other 6 sources back to life as well. Eleanor tells Anos that she knows quite a lot about heroes. Anos then asks Eleanor if she remembers Hero Cannon among the 4 heroes, because if she does, it could help Anos figure out what happened after he traveled to the past. Just then, a boy shows up and tells Anos that all of you demons blindly trust your Demon King who lost to Hero Cannon right here. After that, Hero Cannon used his power to create a barrier that protected humans. Anos asks the boy his name, and he reveals that he's Hero Cannon's first sword, and a member of the Zarga Cannon elite named Drayano. Just then, another boy shows up and introduces himself as Leos, who is Cannon's third sword. Anos tells him that he doesn't believe what the two of them are saying, and that Hero Cannon only had one real source, while all the rest are fakes. Hearing this, Leos tells Anos that he'll have to show him his power, and he then attacks Anos. However, Anos simply flicks his eyes and sends Leos flying away, leaving Leos unable to believe what just happened. Anos then tells him that he defeated him using just his eyes, which means Leos must be a fake. Hearing this, Leos gets angry. Drayano then tells Anos that he's already lost, but when he sees the anger in Leos' eyes, he ends up agreeing with Anos' point. Drayano then apologizes for Leos' mistake, and after hearing this, Anos starts to walk away. Just then, Drayano asks Anos his name, and Anos tells him his full name, Anos Voldegod. After that, he and Sasha start to leave, and Eleanor also comes along to walk them to the gate. Eleanor tells Anos that he's extremely strong, to which Anos replies that if it had truly been canon, Hero would have defeated Anos. Hearing this, Sasha tells Anos that he's talking a bit too much, and then she walks off. Eleanor then asks Anos if he too was reborn here 2,000 years later, and if he knows Hero Cannon. Anos tells Eleanor that he had made a promise with Hero Cannon to meet again after 2,000 years. Eleanor tells Anos that this promise of his can never be fulfilled, because Hero Cannon isn't here anymore, since Hero Cannon was murdered 2,000 years ago. Anos then asks Eleanor about the murder, and Eleanor tells Anos that the person who killed the hero was a human. Meanwhile, we see that all the students from the Demon Academy have arrived in Azazan. We then see the third-year students, along with Anos and his team, also there. The teacher then asks Mono when everyone else will be arriving. The teacher tells her that Anos and his team had already arrived here 10 days ago. Hearing this, everyone starts wondering how it's possible that Anos arrived here on the very same day they had set out from home. After that, they start asking Anos how he managed to get here so fast. Anos asks them who they are, and the boy replies that he's Ray West, a third-year student of the Demon Academy. Ray West asks Anos if he cheated to get here, to which Anos tells him there's no need to feel bad about it since they all still
still managed to arrive 2 days early, which is good enough. Ray West then tells Anos that he doesn't accept him as the Demon King, and after that he walks away along with all his friends. The next day, all the students arrive for their inner class feeling extremely excited about the exam. After that, all the students gather in the hall where the principal of Hero Academy, Diego Cannon, tells all the students that since today is the first day of inner class, everyone will be using recreation magic today. He then uses his own magic to create a bunch of objects there. The teacher, Mono, explains that all the students need to use their magic on these objects. After that, Hero Academy's top second-ranked student, Drayano, comes forward and uses his holy magic to restore a broken sword back to brand new condition. Meanwhile, the Demon Academy's top-ranked student, Ray West, comes forward and tries using his magic on a rat placed there, but his magic has no effect on the rat whatsoever. He keeps trying his magic on it repeatedly, and seeing this, both Diego and Drayano start mocking the Demon Academy's top student, saying he can't even cast magic on a rat. Just then, Anos gets up from his seat and tells them that since all of you used your holy magic on it, that's exactly why demon magic isn't working on that rat. Anos then uses his own magic to turn the rat into a giant monster, leaving all the students stunned. Anos then walks up to them and creates a holy sword with his magic, leaving Diego and Drayano absolutely astonished, unable to believe that Anos managed to create a holy sword with his own power, since doing something like that should be impossible for any demon. Anos then explains that there's only a slight difference between demon and hero magic, but he's managed to close that gap, which is why he's able to use holy magic as well. Hearing this, Drayano tells Anos that he's now convinced that Anos is indeed the true Demon King, and that he has indeed been reborn. After hearing this, one of the Demon King's own students refuses to accept this, and reveals that he's actually a hybrid student. Phyllis tells that student that when it comes to power, Anos is far stronger than all of them. Ray West then says that they're only saying this to put down all the royal students. That night, Anos is sitting in his room talking with Ivy. Ivy tells Anos that she's been investigating Hero Cannon, but there's no information about it anywhere.
Hero Cannon was indeed killed by a human, but she hasn't been able to find anything about the legends surrounding it. Ivy tells Anos that when darkness had once descended upon Azadon, everyone had prayed, and Hero Cannon then received a legendary sword called the God Spirit Sword, which he used to destroy that darkness. Anos starts thinking about this God Spirit Sword and says that sword was actually created to kill him. Ivy tells Anos that they'll probably use that sword again, and that he won't be able to do anything about it. Just then, Anos hears Sasha's voice outside. Anos then goes outside and sees Misha and Sasha there, and he heads out with the two of them. Sasha tells Anos that there's a festival happening today. Just then, Anos spots Ray and Nisha there and starts walking toward them, but Sasha stops him from doing that. Meanwhile, Ray and Nisha are at a stall, and Ray is playing a game. He looks over at Nisha and tells her that she seems bored, to which Nisha replies that she's fine, but ever since she started thinking about the inner class, she's been feeling scared. Ray tells Nisha that there's no need to be scared, since she's strong and they'll pass this exam together. Ray then thanks Nisha, since it was because of her that he was able to heal his mom. The stall owner then shows Ray some necklaces and tells him he can take any one of them. Nisha ends up liking one of the necklaces, which is made of shells. Ray tells Nisha that this is a gift for her. Meanwhile, Anos, Sasha, and Misha are all watching them while hiding. Ray then puts the necklace on Nisha, and the two of them walk off together. After that, they all arrive at the river for the exam, where all the other students and teachers are already present. Teacher Diego tells them that in this exam, everyone will have to battle underwater, and that there are castles and cities built inside as well. Diego explains that they're allowed to use weapons and Zen magic during this exam. He then tells Teacher Mono that he's planning to send his best team into the water, so she should send her best students too, since he doesn't have much hope for them. After this, the royal students from the Demon Academy tell the teacher that they want to go for the exam, but Anos tells all of them to step back, explaining that they'll just be walking straight into a trap. One of the students doesn't listen to Anos and says that he's only saying this because he wants to go for the exam himself. Teacher Mono then says that Anos is right. Hearing this, Ray West's group asks the teacher if she's actually sending Anos for this exam. The teacher tells Anos that Anos' team doesn't have a full set of members, so she can't send him. Anos then asks Misha how many members a team needs, and Misha tells him that he currently needs 10 more members. Anos then asks the girls from his fan club to join his team, and they all happily agree. Just then, Ray West comes up to Anos and tells him that he and his team will be going for this exam, since they need to do something for their academy, and since they're all royals, they won't let a hybrid go into this exam first. Anos tells Ray West that he needs to watch out for their tricks, to which Ray West replies that he's already aware of that. After that, all the students head underwater for the exam. Anos asks Teacher Mono about Ray West, and the teacher tells him that Ray West is a good boy who cares for all of his friends, and that he has consistently topped the exams, which is how he became the top student of Demon Academy. However, in the beginning, he wasn't that strong and used to practice all the time, and his only motive was to make sure he never caused harm to anyone else. Teacher Mono had told Ray West that his way of thinking was exactly like their founders, who couldn't stand to see anyone suffer. After that, we see that all of the Demon King's students are being defeated by the heroes one after another, and their magic isn't working on them either. Outside, everyone can see the heroes. Anos then gives Teacher Mono the power of his demon eyes so she can see underwater, and she's shocked when she looks into the lake underwater. Anos explains that they've used holy water in this lake, which is why demon magic isn't working, and the heroes are becoming even stronger because of that holy water. Meanwhile, underwater, the three heroes then team up and destroy the demon castle using their magic and start attacking all the students. Seeing this, Teacher Mono gets worried and tells Diego that he needs to bring all the students out right now, because if anything happens to them, he'll be held responsible. Diego replies that he has complete faith in his students and that they'll come up on their own after a while. Teacher Mono then tells Anos to go into the lake, but Anos stops her and
and instead uses his own magic to bring all the students out himself. The teacher rushes over to Ray West and tries to heal him since he's badly injured, but her healing magic isn't working on him. Diego tells her that she was attacked with a holy weapon, which is why her healing magic won't work on him. The teacher tells Diego that they've broken the rules, since using holy weapons was forbidden in this exam. Diego replies that no such rule existed and that her students are simply too weak. After saying this, he walks away. Meanwhile, Ray West apologizes to Mono because they lost on account of him. The teacher tells Ray West that there's no need for him to apologize. Just then, Anos comes over and says that he can heal Ray West. He then hands Anos a magic bag. Ray West explains that the heroes were using this bag to avoid their attacks, since this bag was the reason their power had no effect on them. Anos accepts Ray West's request and starts healing them. After that, the hero team tells Anos that it's their turn now, to which Anos replies that they're ready for round 2 as well. He then tells all the elite students that they've been using holy water inside the lake. The heroes tell them that if that's such a problem for them, why don't they just dry up the lake themselves? Everyone then looks at Anos, and Anos uses his power to actually dry up the entire lake, leaving everyone stunned. And Diego can hardly believe that Anos managed to dry up the lake. Anos then tells all the students that they're ready to fight, and his team enters the lake. Seeing this, Diego is about to cancel the exam, but all the heroes refuse. Leo says that Anos has already done a lot here, so he can't stay quiet anymore either, and this fight is going to be a lot of fun. After that, we see Eleanor, who is inside a castle there. Meanwhile, both teams get ready to fight. Eleanor tells Anos that she was a human 2,000 years ago, but she was transformed from a human into magic itself. Hearing this, Anos tells her that she was the one who created that barrier and healed all the heroes with her power. Anos then tells Eleanor that all their sources are about to explode, but Eleanor tells him that if he frees her from here, she can heal all of them, since she possesses magic source within her. Anos agrees and frees her. Meanwhile, Jessia and all the students from Hero Academy also get healed. Eleanor then tells Anos that she's the one who creates the clones here, and that Zarga was the one who told her to do this. Anos understands what she is saying and concludes that when Jessia attacked her own source and destroyed herself, her clone came in her place to fight instead. Eleanor then shows Anos some of her memories that she remembers. In that memory, she shows Hero Cannon and Zarga, who was Cannon's master. Cannon tells Zarga that the Demon King sacrificed himself for peace, so we should stop this war right here. However, Zarga doesn't listen to Hero Cannon and had him killed instead. Zarga explains that this war won't end until we kill the Demon King ourselves. After that, Eleanor tells Anos that the very people Hero Cannon trusted the most were the ones who betrayed him and had him murdered, and this caused Hero Cannon immense grief, which is why he never revived again and left the demon world behind. Eleanor then tells Anos to end her life, since she's been creating these clones for 2,000 years. Anos asks her if she's sure about this, and Eleanor tells him that she's made up her mind, since she no longer wants to watch any of her clones die. All of these clones are like her own children to her. Just then, one of the clones comes up to Eleanor and calls her mommy, and hearing this, Eleanor starts crying. Then some of the clones stand up and ask Anos to save their mom. Hearing this, Anos agrees to help Eleanor and is just about to use his magic on her when Diego enters the room along with some knights. Seeing this, Anos asks Eleanor if Diego also made his own clone. Eleanor explains that Diego was actually behind all of this, and that he was the one who told her to create that clone in the first place. Just then, Anos senses the presence of the Demon Emperor, and the Demon Emperor along with Avos Stilhavia arrive inside the castle, leaving Diego stunned. They all approach the demon sword, which belongs to Hero Cannon. Diego tells them that they can't remove this sword, but Avos pulls it out anyway. Diego is utterly shocked seeing this and orders all the knights to attack them, but the Demon Emperor uses his power to wipe them all out. They then start to leave, but just then, Anos shows up and stops them. Anos asks Avos Stilhavia what exactly he did 2,000 years ago that made everyone forget the real name of the Demon King. However, Avos doesn't tell Anos anything, and seeing this, Anos attacks him with his magic, but Avos destroys that magic with his holy sword and tells Anos to go ahead and spread darkness across this world. After saying this, they all leave. Meanwhile, Diego tells everyone in Hero Asian that the Demon King has returned and that he's planning to destroy this world, but tells them there's no need to be afraid since they are going to defeat the Demon King. We then see the Demon Emperor, who informs everyone in the demon realm about the war. After that, Avos tells them all that this time he's going to wipe out all humans, since he made a mistake in the past by sparing them, and that mistake caused all the humans to start underestimating demons. Avos then shows them all the holy sword, and seeing this, all the demons become excited and agree to go to war. Meanwhile, Anos is gathering all the information about this from the rest of the demon emperors. Milas tells Anos that the entire demon army is heading off with Avos to fight the hero army in this war. Anos tells them that they need to stop Avos, and for that, he gives them an order, telling them that they'll be responsible for stopping the rest of the demon Imperials. Just then, Sasha and Misha show up and tell Anos that they'll be going with him into this war. Anos agrees with Sasha and the girls, and tells them that they'll set out for the war the next day. The next day, the demon army starts heading out to attack Hero Academy. Meanwhile, all the students at Hero Academy, along with Diego, also get ready for this war. The next day, Ray comes to meet Misha and tells her that this war will end quickly, so there's no need for her to worry. Ray then takes one shell from the necklace from Misha and tells her that he'll definitely come back to her. After that, Anos explains the plan to everyone, that Sasha and Misha will stop Avos' army, while the second army will be stopped by Ray and Misha together.
together. We then see Sasha and Misha, who start fighting against the demon army, while on the other side, Ray and Misha are also fighting against the second demon army. Anos tells Milas and the other 3 demon emperors to fight, and then Anos uses his own power to attack the entire demon army. When the demon army sees Milas, Ivy, and the rest of the demon emperors there, they become extremely frightened. Anos then tells them all that he's the real demon king here, and that Avos Dilhevia is a fake demon king. However, none of them believe Anos. Then the remaining 3 demon imperials show up to stop Anos. Milas tells Anos that they'll handle stopping the demon emperor, and that he should go check on Avos instead. Anos agrees and heads toward the castle. Just then, he hears Misha's voice, and she tells Anos that Ray has already left from there. Milas then tells Anos that he's captured all the demon emperors and destroyed their sources. After that, we see Avos, who's heading toward Hero Academy, but just then, Anos shows up and creates a barrier all around using his dark magic. Avos then pulls out his holy sword and attacks Anos, but Anos blocks the attack. Avos then tells him, "We're meeting again after 2,000 years, Hero Canon." Anos tells him that he's come here to fulfill his promise before Anos could. He then shows him the necklace that Ray had taken from Misha. After that, Avos removes his mask, and it turns out to be Ray, and Ray was indeed the real Hero Canon. Ray then asks Anos how he found out about him. Anos explains that he had figured it out back when Ray bought that necklace in Azon. Ray knew the name of the necklace and its backstory, which meant he hadn't forgotten anything, and that he had deliberately kept all of this hidden for some reason. Anos tells Ray that he only has one source left, and that he used all his other sources to bring the demon Imperials over to his side. Anos then asks Ray what exactly happened 2,000 years ago. Ray reveals that 2,000 years ago, Zarga and his people had murdered him, but he used his holy sword to completely rewrite history, causing everyone to forget the real Demon King's name, and he became Avos Dilhevia so he could protect all humans. And for this, Anos would have to die again. Anos understands what Ray is saying and tells him that the second shell of that necklace was the one he gave to his lover, who is Misha, while he kept the first shell for himself. However, Anos tells him that if he wants it back, he'll have to defeat him first. Ray accepts this and starts fighting Anos, and a battle breaks out between the two of them.
Anos starts destroying Ray's sources one by one, while Ray is also attacking Anos with his holy sword, which ends up injuring Anos as well. Anos then destroys Ray's 5th and 6th sources at the same time, causing Ray to fall to the ground. Anos tells Ray that he doesn't actually want to win this battle, which is why he's not using his full power. Ray then pulls out another holy sword, and the battle between the two of them resumes. Anos attacks Ray with Geograce, but Ray destroys it using both of his swords. Ray then rushes toward Anos and attacks his sources with his sword. Anos then removes the barrier and puts on the Demon King's costume himself. Anos tells Ray that he's a hero, so he shouldn't be reacting this way. After that, Anos puts on Avos Dilhavia's mask, and as soon as the barrier comes down, everyone sees that the Demon King has been killed. Seeing the holy sword, they understand that it was Hero Canon who defeated the Demon King. Misha and Sasha are stunned when they see Anos. Anos then tells the entire demon army to head back, telling them that he'll return soon, so the demon army should wait for him. After saying this, Anos disappears from there. Meanwhile, the hero army starts to head back, but Diego refuses to let them leave. Diego tells them all that Hero Canon is himself a demon, so they're going to wipe out all the demons to complete their revenge. Just then, Zarga shows up, and everyone is stunned to see Zarga. Zarga isn't at all happy to see Hero Canon there, since Hero Canon has ruined his entire plan. Hearing this, Ray attacks Zarga with his sword, but nothing happens to Zarga at all. Zarga tells Ray that his holy sword has absolutely no effect on his pure magic. Just then, Sasha and Misha show up and tell Zarga that the Demon King, Anos, is going to destroy him for good. Just then, Eleanor uses her power to merge Sasha and Misha back together, and they get ready to fight Zarga, dodging all his attacks while fighting back against him. Meanwhile, Ray and Misha are both working together to stop all the Jessia clones. Diego then makes all those clones explode, and as soon as he says this, all the clones start blasting apart. But just then, Anos shows up, and everyone is stunned to see Anos. Zarga asks Anos how he's still alive. Anos explains that he used his magic to recreate his source and revive himself. Hearing this, Zarga tells Anos that this is actually good, since he wanted to kill him with his own hands anyway. After that, Anos and Ray team up and start fighting Zarga together. Meanwhile, Zarga uses all the source powers to create a powerful armor for himself, and then starts fighting against Anos and Ray. This battle reaches an extremely intense level, and Zarga turns out to be incredibly strong, landing powerful attacks on Anos, which Anos actually seems to enjoy. Anos then uses healing magic scale, and after that, he asks his fan club girls to sing a song, and all the girls start singing. Because of their singing, Anos starts healing, and his power starts returning to him. Meanwhile, Zarga starts attacking the demon army, but Eleanor protects all of them, leaving the demon army utterly stunned, while the heroes are also helping them out. Misha and Sasha then both use their magic to build a castle there, so that all the demons can take shelter inside it. Meanwhile, Anos and Ray team up and use their power to finally destroy Zarga. After that, Sasha and Misha both come up to Anos and hug him, telling him that he had really scared them. Anos tells them both that he's fine, and that killing him isn't actually that easy. Meanwhile, Ray goes up to Misha and hugs her, telling her that he'll never leave her ever again. Anos then goes up to Eleanor and uses his magic on her. Anos tells Eleanor that she has now become his magic source, so she can now live together with all her clone children. Hearing
this from Anos, Eleanor becomes extremely happy and thanks him.
That evening, Anos comes home and tells his mom and dad that he's ended the war, and his parents become extremely happy hearing this. Just then, Anos' dad notices Eleanor there and asks if she's his third wife. Hearing this, Eleanor tries to explain that it's nothing like that, but he doesn't listen to her at all. Meanwhile, Sasha tells Misha that if Anos' parents ever find out about Eleanor's 10,000 children, their reaction is going to be even more amazing. Just then, Anos' mom overhears Sasha saying this, and she tells Anos that they've become grandparents. After that, Anos' mom invites Eleanor and everyone inside for dinner. We're shown a scene from the past, 2,000 years ago, where in the Great Spirit Forest, Spirit Mother Reno is talking to all her spirits. Just then, the heavenly god, Nazgiliah, shows up there. He tells Reno that he needs to create a new child of God, and that she's been chosen for this. However, Reno refuses, and then attacks Nazgiliah, but the attack has no effect on him at all. He then attacks Reno and captures her. Just as he's about to use his magic to attack Reno, Anos shows up there. Anos attacks Nazgiliah and grabs hold of his heart. Seeing Anos there, Nazgiliah tells Anos that he's the demon god, and that the gods had already told him about Anos too, so he's also received orders to kill him. Just then, Sin shows up and attacks Nazgiliah's neck with his sword. After that, Nazgiliah's body disappears from there. Anos then asks Reno if she's decided what she wants to do. Reno tells Anos that she trusts him completely. Hearing this, Anos tells Sin that he'll become Reno's bodyguard and protect her on the way to the demon castle. Sin agrees to Anos' order, but Reno says that she doesn't need a bodyguard. Anos tells Reno that there's a lot of danger ahead, and gods don't give up easily. After that, the two of them cross through the spirit forest and arrive at the demon castle, where Hero Cannon and Reno work together to seal Anos away so that peace can come to the world. After that, the two of them start heading back to the spirit forest, but just then, some spirits approach Reno and tell her that all the spirits are vanishing from the forest. Some more monsters then show up, and Sin destroys all of them. After that, a small child appears before them and introduces himself as Nosu. After that, we move to the present, where Anos is heading to Demon Academy. Seeing him there, all his fan club students become extremely happy. After that, Sasha and Misha also show up. Anos looks at Sasha and tells her that she looks a little different today, that she's changed her ribbons. Sasha tells Anos that he actually noticed that, and Anos explains that his eyes are very sharp. After that, more students start arriving, and they all head into their classroom at the academy, where teacher Mono tells them all about new transfer students who've come from Hero Academy. These students are Eleanor and Jessia, and they're joining this academy starting today. Seeing them, the royal students start wondering what these Hero Academy students are doing here. Eleanor tells everyone that they were only able to join this academy because of Anos. After that, the teacher tells everyone about their new teacher who will be their homeroom teacher starting today, named Ardo Med. Seeing him, all the royal students start thinking that now this lowly demon is going to be teaching them. Teacher Mono then tells everyone about Ardo Med, that he's one of the 7 demon emperors and one of the Demon King's 4 generals. Hearing this, everyone is shocked that Ardmed is an ancient demon from 2,000 years ago, and that he was the Demon King's second in command. After that, Ardo Med tells everyone that the Demon King they all know as Avos Dilhavia is actually a fake. Hearing this, the royal students get extremely angry and tell the teacher that he can't say something like that about their Demon King. Ardo Med then tells them that the real Demon King is actually sitting right here among them, and that his name is Anos Voldegode. Hearing this, the royal students can't believe what the teacher is saying. After that, Ardo Med tells everyone that all the demon emperors have personally verified this themselves. Ardo Med then calls Anos over and tells everyone to bow down before him. The royal students refuse to do this, but because of Ardo Med's magic, they end up having to bow before Anos anyway. After that, Anos sends them all back to their seats and tells them that the world is now peaceful. All demons will be treated equally here, so no royal demon should consider themselves superior just because of their royal blood. Hearing this makes the royal students angry. Ardo Med then tells everyone that he himself is a god, and that his name is Noose Gilia, to which Sasha points out that Ardo Med was a demon 2,000 years ago, so how could that be possible? But Anos already knows that Noose Gilia has possessed Ardo Med's body. Noose Gilia responds by telling Anos that the gods have issued new orders to eliminate him, which means the god's new child will be the one to finish him, and that child is right here in this academy. Hearing this, Anos draws out his demon sword, but right then, Anos strikes Noose Gilia with his sword anyway. After that, Anos revives him again and tells him to finish the job he came here to do. Noose Gilia then goes back to teaching all the students, at which point Sasha asks what exactly is going on, and Eleanor explains that gods operate by a different set of values. Nisa then asks why Ordo Mead is still teaching at the Demon Academy, and Ray explains that gods can never break a promise, whether that promise was made to a demon or to humans. Anos adds that someone likely ordered him to teach at the Demon Academy. Ray then tells Anos that Noose Gilia was just talking about a certain child who they'll meet again in his next life, and after saying that, Ray kisses Nisa. Right then, someone appears nearby, and Ray tells that person to step forward, and a royal student walks out and tells Nisa that her father sent him, leaving Nisa completely stunned. Meanwhile, Anos is talking to all the girls in his fan club about the festival, and hearing Hearing this makes all of them extremely happy, and Anos tells them that they'll all be performing at that festival. Right then, Anos hears Nisa's voice, and she tells him that someone has attacked Everest back at the academy. Everest tells Sasha that the homeroom teacher kidnapped a girl and took off, and that the girl's name is Rika. Everest then shows them Rika's location and tells the two of them to go after them. After that, Anos goes to meet Mellors, and that's when he notices Mellors' body lying inside. Just as Anos is about to revive Mellors, a student stops him and tells Anos that he's a student of Ordo Mead and that his name is Jack. Anos asks him if he knows that Ordo Mead's body has been possessed, and Jack says he does know and that this is the work of a god. He then tells Anos that he can't beat him on his own, so he's trapped all of Anos' friends in his own trap. After that, we see Ray and Nisa, who are with a boy, and he leads them toward their sword. Nisa recognizes the sword the moment she sees it and realizes it belongs to her father and that a part of it is with her right now. Right then, the boy attacks Nisa with that sword and tells her that he's the king of curses and that he's been sent here for his lord and for her sword. But Ray blocks his sword right on time. He then asks the boy why he wants Nisa's sword, to which the boy explains that the great spirit Renos' source lies within Nisa, and that's exactly what his lord wants. Ray then asks him where he got this half piece of the sword from. Meanwhile, Eleanor and Jake see that all the members with them have collapsed and are unconscious, and that's when a boy shows up and tells them that he used his poison on all of them. Eleanor knocks all of them out using her own power and asks the boy why he's doing all this. The boy tells Eleanor that a god had created a vessel a long time ago and had been waiting for that vessel to grow strong, and now that vessel has finally become strong. Hearing this, Eleanor realizes he's talking about Jessia. After that, both Sasha and Nisa reach Rika, who had been kidnapped by the homeroom teacher. Rika then tells them that she's the one who asked him to bring both of them here, and Rika tells them that both of them were also born out of a god's intention. Sasha doesn't understand what she means, so Misha explains to her that her divine power was split into two parts, which is the reason she was able to come into this world, but that no kind of divine power exists within her at all. Rika then tells them that this can't just be a coincidence, and that a god is behind all of this, which is why she plans to finish both of them off before they fully awaken. Meanwhile, seeing all this unfold, Anos realizes that the four fiends are now working against him. Jack then tells Anos that finding that child won't be a big deal for someone like him, which is exactly why he's come here to stop him from doing that. Anos asks Jack if the child is hiding among his own members, to which Jack tells Anos that he'll first have to defeat him to find that out. Anos agrees to Jack's terms and tells him that he accepts the challenge. Jack explains the game to Anos, telling him that he'll show him photos of the child of God, and then among them, Anos will have to guess the real child of God, and that he'll get 8 chances to do it. Jack then lays out the rules. The first rule is that Anos can't change his answers once he's given them. The second rule is that Jack is also allowed to lie, so Anos will need to play smart. And the third rule is that Anos can't quit the game halfway through. Anos then tells Jack that he wants to change one rule, that instead of 18 chances, he only wants 9 chances. After that, the two of them form a contract with Jack and begin the game. Anos also starts guessing through all his friends' photos, but all of his guesses turn out wrong. Then, looking at Nisa's photo, Anos says that she's the child of God, and that turns out to be the correct answer. Right then, the scene shifts, and Ray is fighting the King of Curses, but the moment Ray attacks him from behind, that very attack ends up damaging Ray instead. The King of Curses tells Ray that the curse energy he holds reflects every attack straight back onto him. Ray immediately attacks and shatters the shield, and right then, the King of Curses tells Ray that he'd lied to him. After that, Ray's sword also shatters, and he collapses to the ground unconscious. Meanwhile, both Eleanor and Jessia are fighting Orga, and Orga tells them that he's slightly modified the Demon King's power, which lets him summon a huge number of zombies and control them as well. Just as Jessia is about to go fight all of them, Eleanor stops her from doing so. She then takes Jessia outside with her, and they spot a massive crystal, seeing which, Eleanor explains that if they destroy that crystal, everything will go back to how it was before. But right then, Orga shows up in front of that crystal. As Eleanor and Jessia approach the crystal, Orga freezes them in place and starts draining their power. Orga then tells them that once their power gets fully absorbed, their source will be destroyed, which means both of them will die. Meanwhile, Rika is attacking Sasha with her magic sword, and seeing this, Sasha asks Rika about that sword. Rika tells her that she can do absolutely anything with this magic sword. After that, Misha uses her magic to create a large number of castles there, and at the same time, she attacks Rika using Geograce, but Rika dodges that attack and strikes back at Sasha, leaving Sasha badly wounded and collapsing to the ground. Sasha is just about to use her demon eyes when Rika seals her demon eyes completely. Right then, Misha grabs Rika with her ice chain, but Rika breaks free and attacks Misha instead, leaving Misha badly wounded as well. Meanwhile, Anos has used up all his guesses and has gotten all his answers from Jack, and Jack has also used up all his guesses and gotten his answers as well. But Anos realizes that this entire thing is a trap and that Jack has been lying to him. Anos tells Jack that none of these is the child of God and that he's simply been lying to him. Jack tells Anos that he's figured it out, but that he's far too late since his work is already done, and that if he decides to quit this game now, his power will be sealed for 5 seconds. Hearing this, Anos tells Jack that he wants to quit the game, and the moment he does, his power
door gets sealed. Jack then orders his guard to attack him. Meanwhile, Jack himself goes after Mellors' source to kill him and tells Anos that he's lost this game. But the moment he looks towards Anos, he's left stunned, since Anos has already defeated all his guards. Anos then tells Jack that he can't beat him even without his powers, since he's already taken down all his guards. Anos tells Jack that instead of trying to kill him, he chose to destroy Mellors' source, and right then, Mellors' body disappears from that spot. Anos then tells Jack that someone sent him here specifically to kill Mellors. Jack admits that he's already completed his task, so it won't matter to him even if he ends up dying. Just then, Mellors starts walking into the room, and seeing him leaves Jack completely stunned. Mellors tells Jack that he can never defeat his master, whether it's in a game or in an actual battle.
Right then, the scene shifts and Rika is about to finish off Misha, but Misha freezes her sword solid, and Rika's sword shatters as a result. Misha then uses her power to create a massive castle, one that looks exactly like Diruhade, the very castle of the goddess of destruction. Seeing this leaves Rika utterly stunned, and she tells Misha that she's awakened her true power. After that, Misha completely freezes Rika in place, then goes over to Sasha and heals her. The moment Sasha regains consciousness after being healed, Misha also regains consciousness herself. Right then, Ray gets back up and attacks the shield, shattering it, and seeing this leaves the King of Curses utterly stunned. He then looks toward Ray's body and notices that Ray actually has 7 sources, which makes him realize that Ray is none other than the hero Canon. Right then, Ray strikes him down and finishes him off. Meanwhile, Eleanor uses her own power to shatter that crystal, restoring everyone back to normal. Seeing this, Orga can't make sense of what just happened, so he asks Eleanor how she managed to do that, to which Eleanor explains that she possesses the Demon King's magic, and she finishes Orga off as well. Meanwhile, Jack asks Anos how Mellars survived when he had already destroyed his source, to which Anos explains that he too has learned the god's new power, the one Eleanor uses, and that he had already used this very magic on Mellars right before coming here, which moved his actual body away from that spot, and in its place he'd planted a fake source inside his body that works exactly like the real one. Hearing this, Jack tries to kill himself, but Anos turns him into an owl using his own power. He then asks the owl who sent him here, and the owl tells him that he was sent here specifically to destroy the Demon King's power. After that, Anos calls everyone together and tells them that everyone here still believes in Avos Dilhavia, to which Mellars points out that they'll need to tell people the truth about the real Demon King, and that they can do exactly that during the upcoming festival. Anos then tells Mellars that the story will be that the Demon King and the hero Canon teamed up together to defeat Avos Dilhavia. After that, Anos tells everyone that one among them is the child of God, the one Avos has been trying to awaken, but that child's powers haven't awakened yet, which is why none of them have been able to figure out who it is. Mellars then tells Anos that he's received some information related to all this, which has revealed who's actually behind everything. He then shows Anos the sword that he'd gotten from the King of Curses, and Anos joins both halves of the sword together, after which he realizes that this sword actually belongs to Sin. Mellars then tells Anos that he'd been trying to inform him about this, but he simply couldn't detect his power. Anos explains that he's currently building an underground city, one where Jesha and her 10,000 clones can live, and hearing this leaves Sasha stunned that Anos is building an entire city. Anos then tells everyone that he needs to head to the Great Forest. Anos then sets out with everyone to search for the Great Forest, and the girls from Anos's fan club are there too, looking extremely excited about it. Nos Gilia then tells everyone that they've been brought here for a kind of exam, and that for this exam they'll need to find the Spirit Forest, which has mysteriously vanished behind a fox. Once they manage to find that spirit fox, they'll come across some spirits there as well, and after that, everyone will need to make those spirits laugh, since that's what will get the spirits to show them the way forward.
After this, the students set off to find out more about the Spirit Forest. Anos arrives in a town along with Sasha and Misha to look into it. After that, we see some people in town who are beating up a girl, telling her that she can't go around spreading rumors of any kind in this place, to which the girl explains that she'd simply been thinking about the Great Spirit Forest's Asion, but the people don't believe a word she's saying and move in to attack her. Right then, Anos shows up and asks all of them why they're harassing that girl. Seeing Anos there makes all of them furious, and they move forward to attack him, but Anos simply uses his voice to throw them all back, sending them crashing straight into the wall. Anos then asks the girl if she knows anything about Asion, to which the girl asks Anos if he actually thinks Asion still exists. Anos tells her that he's already been inside Asion once before, which is why he's trying to find it again. The girl then tells Anos that she's found out everything there is to know about Asion. Anos then asks her about the mysterious fox. She tells him that the fox only appears during a solar eclipse, but the eclipse is still 9 days away, and it only lasts for 3 minutes. Hearing this, Sasha starts wondering how they'll manage to win over the spirit in such a short window. Anos uses his own power to move the moon out of its place and position it right in front of the sun, triggering an eclipse, and he says that something like this is incredibly easy for him. Once the solar eclipse begins, the mysterious girl shows up there, and after that, everyone starts heading inside the fox. Right then, Anos asks the girl if she wasn't at all surprised seeing his magic, to which she tells Anos that she already knows
knows about this kind of magic. After this, everyone else arrives there too, and they all try to entertain the spirit fox, but nothing they do seems to work at all. Right then, the girls from Anos's fan club show up too, and with them is a girl they just bought from that town. Anos asks them about this girl, and one of the girls explains that she's one of Anos's wards. The moment the spirits hear Anos's name, they become overjoyed and appear right in front of all of them. Anos tells all the spirits that it's been many years since they last met. He then asks them if they could take them to the spirit forest, and the spirits agree to Anos's request and start leading everyone toward the spirit forest, while Nos keeps a close watch on all of them. After that, the moment they all arrive in the spirit forest, Nos asks them about Sin, to which the spirits tell Anos that none of them know anything about him. They then move toward Lena, since Lena looks exactly like Reno to them, and they say that this can't be possible, since Reno had died a very long time ago. Hearing this, Anos asks when exactly that happened, and the spirits revealed that Reno had died 2,000 years ago. After that, they all move toward Nisa and start smelling her, since they can sense Reno's scent coming from inside her. Nisa then explains that she's the great spirit Reno's daughter, which is probably why that scent is coming from her. After that, they all arrive at the spirit school, where there's no one around at all, and right then, a demon shows up, who turns out to be one of the 4 fiends. Anos asks that demon why he betrayed him, to which the demon reveals that it's the spirits who are making him do all this. Right then, the school's gate shuts closed, and Tree tells them that they can't leave this place without graduating first. Anos then meets the rest of the 4 fiends and asks them why they're all betraying him together like this, to which the king of Netherland reveals that it's the king of spirits who's making all of them do this. Anos then asks Tree what exactly they need to do to graduate, and Tree explains that they'll need to take 3 tests here, and they'll need to score above 80 in every single one of them. Anos asks Tree if they could take just 1 test instead, and Tree agrees to that, but warns that the test is going to be extremely difficult since they'll need to score above 90 in it. Anos agrees to take that test, and Tree tells them that the test will happen a week from now. After that, Anos tells Diro that all of them are going to pass this exam, but Diro doesn't seem convinced by what Anos is saying at all. So Anos tells Diro that he can place a bet if he wants, that if all of them pass this exam, Diro will have to tell him everything about the Spirit King. Diro then tells Anos that if they fail to pass this exam, he'll take Anos' source for himself. Anos agrees to this bet, and then everyone asks Anos what exactly they need to do, to which Anos replies that there's nothing for them to worry about at all, since Lena is right there with them. After that, they all head over to the forest's books, where there are countless books available, and Lena explains to them that every single green book here is about the spirits, and that all the test questions are going to come straight from these books. After that, everyone starts reading through the books, and Anos starts reading through a huge number of books all at once. Anos then helps everyone else with their reading, and afterward he goes over to Lena and tells her that he hasn't been able to find out anything about her at all. He then shows Lena a book with torn pages, and when Anos examines it closely, he realizes that these pages have actually been torn for a very long time now. A week later, everyone shows up to take the test, and Anos finds his test incredibly easy, but the moment he looks around at everyone else, he realizes that they're all struggling a lot with the test. Diro then tells Anos that he can check their papers if he wants, but to do that, he'll need to avoid being seen by Tree. Anos then starts checking everyone's papers, and he discovers that his own paper is exactly the same as theirs. Right then, Diro tells Tree that Anos is looking at someone else's paper, which counts as cheating, so Anos needs to be removed from the test. Tree responds by telling Diro that Anos has already finished his own test, which means he's allowed to look at his teammates' papers, as long as he doesn't disturb them while they're still taking the test. Once time runs out, Tree collects everyone's papers, and after a short while, she announces the results. Diro and his team end up scoring 80 marks, while everyone on Anos' team scores a perfect 100. Hearing this, Diro can't believe it at all, and starts going through the test papers, and that's when he spots an answer on one paper that simply reads, "I don't know anything about this." Diro asks Tree how an answer like that could possibly score full marks, to which Tree explains that the answer was incredibly unique, which is why she awarded it full marks. Anos then tells Diro that he and his team have lost the bet, so he asks him whether it was the Spirit King who'd given him all his orders. Diro confirms that it had indeed been the Spirit King giving him all his orders up until now. Tree then tells Anos that he and his entire team can now move forward to the next trial.
Then a large number of doors appear there, and only 5 of those doors actually lead upward, which means anyone who reaches one of those 5 doors will be able to move forward, while anyone who picks the wrong door will get sent right back to this same spot. Anos tells Diadro that he's probably done something with these doors too, just like he did with the test papers. After that, the trial begins, and Anos turns all his teammates into copies of himself, so that he too can figure out which doors are the right ones. Seeing him do this, Tree tells Anos that he can't do something like that, but Anos tells Tree that he's come here to help Reno, so he knows Tree will side with him, since Tree wants to help Reno too. Tree agrees with Anos, and after that, all of Anos' clones go around checking the doors, and the moment they open a door, they return to their real form, which reveals that that particular door was the wrong one. Anos eventually finds the correct door. After that, they all start heading inside that door, and right then,
Lena appears in front of Anos, and seeing her there, Anos asks her how she ended up here since she'd been on the wrong path. Lena explains that this place feels a little familiar to her, so she read the instructions posted along the other path and teleported straight here. After that, the two of them continue forward and come across a door, and once they pass through it, they end up in a flower garden surrounded by flowers on every side, and Lena mentions that she's actually been to this place many times before. Right then, Jiska shows up and tells Anos that he's been waiting just for him. He then tells Anos that Lord Janul has made Lord Kamal disappear, and hearing this, Lena points out that Lord Kamal is right there in front of them. Anos explains to Lena that Lord Kamal actually has two halves. One is his physical form standing right in front of them, and the other is his beloved. Anos mentions that Grade had a half sword, which he'd gotten from Ray, and Jiska reveals that it was actually the Spirit King who'd given him that sword. Anos asks Jiska if he knows anything about the Spirit King. Jiska then describes what the Spirit King looks like, and hearing this description makes Anos realize that this is the very same person who'd shown up at the tournament earlier. After this, we see Ray and Misa who are moving forward together, with Ray carrying Misa as he walks. The two of them then reach another hidden door, and right then the hidden wolf lord Janul appears there. Janul tells the two of them that they're free to move forward, and after that they head up through the door. On the other side of the door, they spot the Spirit King's castle, and the moment they step inside that castle, they hear Tree's voice, telling them that since they've successfully cleared this trial, they're now allowed to meet the Spirit King. Right after saying this, the Spirit King himself appears there. Seeing the Spirit King, Ray asks him why exactly he's been working against the Demon King, but the Spirit King doesn't answer Ray at all. Right then, Ray hears Tree's voice telling him that if he wants to speak with the Spirit King, he'll first need to pass a test. Ray agrees to take the test. Meanwhile, Lena and Anos both reach Lord Janul, and they find that Aegis has already arrived there ahead of them. Janul tells all of them that they'll need to clear this trial to move forward.
After that, Avalius attacks Janul, but Janul dodges his attack easily. Avalius then demands that Janul reveal his true form, and Janul starts attacking Anos in response, but Anos blocks his attack without any trouble. When the two of them then return to where Lena was, they discover that Lena is no longer inside the barrier at all. After that, Anos closes his eyes and he's able to see Janul's true form right in front of him. Anos then grabs hold of Janul and tells him that he can see right through his trick, that he can only be seen with closed eyes, otherwise he simply absorbs everyone into himself. Hearing this, Anos starts to head off, telling Avalius that he wants to have a battle with him sometime. Meanwhile, Ray is fighting the Spirit King, but the Spirit King turns out to be far stronger than Ray. He strikes at Ray's source directly, and Ray, seeing this, asks him how he even knows about his 7 sources, wondering if they've met somewhere before. Right then, a spirit shows up and attacks Ray, and Ray blocks the attack using his own barrier, but the Spirit King shatters that barrier completely. Right then, Nisa also steps in using her own power to help Ray, and the moment she sees him in his true form, she's left completely stunned. Ray asks Nisa if this is really his true form, and Nisa tells him that it certainly seems that way to her. Nisa then hands Ray a sword that she'd created using her own spirit power, and Ray tells her that this is his real sword, and the two of them then start fighting the Spirit King together. The Spirit King shatters Ray's sword, and just as he's about to strike him down, Nisa uses her magic to save him. Ray then tells the Spirit King that a hero's real power lies in his true love. Ray uses that very sword to strike the Spirit King's mask, shattering it completely. He then tells the Spirit King that he's won this battle, but right then, the Spirit King freezes Ray solid and moves in to attack him. Seeing this, Nisa uses her magic to try to save Ray, but the Spirit King ends up attacking Nisa instead. After that, the scene shifts, and we see Anos heading toward the castle. Anos realizes that the castle is fake, and he heads straight to Delaro instead, where Delaro tells Anos that this is his research lab. Hearing this, Anos tells Delaro that he's wasting his time. Delaro then tells Anos that this too is part of the trial, so Anos will need to defeat him first before he can reach the Spirit King. Delaro then uses his ancient magic, but Anos blocks it with his own magic, after which he tells Delaro that because of this ancient magic, his own power is now going to be limited, while Anos's power will become twice as strong and completely unlimited. Delaro then uses that magic to attack Anos, which ends up destroying the entire castle, and Delaro starts to believe that he's actually defeated Anos. But right then, Anos appears right in front of him and tells him that even with double the power, he still can't defeat him. After that, Anos uses his own magic to finish Delaro off, then heads straight to the Spirit King's castle, where he finds Ray's source. Anos uses his magic on that source and brings Ray back to life. Ray tells Anos that the Spirit King is actually Sin, and that he'd initially tried to hide his sword skills, but Ray had managed to spot them anyway, which is how he figured out that he was Sin. Right after that, Sasha and everyone else arrive there as well, and Sasha shows Anos a magical broadcast that's happening at that very moment. They then see Avos Dilhavia, who's telling all the royal demons that he's their real demon king. Avos orders all of them to eliminate every single hybrid, since all of them had gone against him. After that, Avos summons the 7 elder demon emperors and asks them who their real demon king is, and all of them declare that Avos Dilhavia is indeed their real demon king. Avos then orders all of them to eliminate that misfit, Anos Voldegold. Meanwhile, after witnessing all this, Anos heads straight toward Avos and the rest of the 7 elder demon emperors. Anos then tells Avos Dilhavia that according to the rumors, the real demon king is either him or Nasa, and that he's currently in his true form. Hearing this, Avos removes his helmet, and we discover that Nasa herself is actually Avos Dilhavia. Anos then asks Nasa if she was the one who sent Jack to him so that he'd
keep Anos busy and stop him from figuring out who the real child of God was, which is exactly why Jack had been playing that game with Anos, the one where Anos had to guess the real child of God. Anos then tells Nessa that she's now revealed her true form, to which Nessa explains that this is indeed her real form, and that Nessa had only ever been a temporary form, one she'd used the entire time just to keep Anos confused. Anos then reveals that when Jack tried to kill himself earlier, he'd managed to uncover the memories that Nessa had erased, and that her real goal all along had been to obtain the Sword of Destruction. Avos tells Anos that everyone is now convinced that she's the real Demon King, which means they'll all follow her orders and eliminate every hybrid, along with Anos himself. Right after that, all the Demon Emperors attack Anos. Anos responds by telling Avos that she's a fake, and that he himself is the real Demon King, and that she'll never be able to defeat him no matter what. After saying this, Anos leaves the area, and everyone notices that a barrier has formed completely around Dirahade. Right then, all of Anos' classmates arrive and ask him if Nessa is really Avos Dilhavia, to which Anos explains that Nessa is actually half spirit and half demon, which is exactly why she has this separate form. After that, they all start heading outside, but right then, the spirit tree locks all of them inside. The tree tells them that he won't let them acknowledge Reno's child, which is why none of them are allowed to leave this place anymore. Hearing this, Anos uses his own power, and seeing this, the tree tells Anos that his magic won't work here, since violence is strictly forbidden in this place. Anos responds that what he does isn't ordinary violence at all. After saying this, he attacks, clearing a path through, and the spirit tree is left utterly stunned by this. After that, they all make their way outside, where they run into a few demons who'd come there specifically to stop Anos. Just as they're about to attack Anos, Abridged shows up and stops all of them. Abridged then tells Anos that he'd already rescued that spirit girl along with everyone else, and that he'll keep watch over them from here on. He then creates a path so that Anos and his friends can move forward, and they all continue ahead, where they come across Lena. Lena tells Anos that Abridged had sent her this way. Anos then asks Lena if she knows the way out of this forest, and Lena calls out to Tree and asks her about the way out. Lena tells Anos that she wants to come along with him too, and hearing this, Anos figures that Lena must have some kind of connection to all of this, so he tells her she can come along with him, which makes Lena incredibly happy. After that, they all arrive at Dirahade, where a large number of demons are stationed at the gate, along with their commander, Ludwell, and right after that, Anos appears in front of Ludwell, and seeing him, Ludwell immediately bows down before him.
Anos then says that there are still some people out there who consider him their real Demon King. Anos asks Ludwell about the current situation at Dirahade, and Ludwell explains that all the royal demons are now following Avos Dilhavia's orders, since Avos had used his own magic spell, which made every single royal demon obey only him. After that, the scene shifts, and we see all the royal demons attacking the hybrids and draining their powers. Meanwhile, Amelia is hiding from the royals while watching all of this unfold. After this, we see Anos' parents, where Anos' mom is extremely worried about him. Anos' dad then reassures her, telling her that nothing is going to happen to Anos, since he hasn't done anything wrong at all, and hearing this brings a smile to Anos' mom's face. Meanwhile, the royal demons manage to track down Amelia and start attacking her. Amelia tells them that she's a royal herself, but none of the demons believe a word she's saying. After draining her power, they tell her that hybrids are nothing but lowlifes, and that they're going to finish her off completely. Hearing this, Amelia suddenly remembers that she too used to dislike hybrids, and that she used to treat all of them exactly the same way. The demons then move in to kill Amelia, but right then, Anos' mom shows up, and the moment the royals see her, they immediately recognize her as Anos' mother. Anos' dad then starts fighting against those royal demons, but they turn out to be far too strong for him. Just as one of them moves to attack and kill Anos' mom, Amelia steps in and saves her instead. Right then, they notice Anos and all of his friends arriving right behind him. Anos tells that royal demon that just as he'd been about to chop his mom into pieces, now it's his turn to be chopped into pieces instead. After that, Anos lifts all of them up into the sky and binds them with his magic. Anos shatters their bodies into countless pieces, which then vanish into thin air. After that, Anos heads back home with everyone and tells his mom that everything's fine now and that he'll resolve this entire situation very soon. Anos then tells Lena that he's placed a barrier around this house so no one can get inside, and that this barrier is even stronger than Avos' own magic. Anos' mom then takes Amelia inside a room, and meanwhile, Eleanor asks everyone how exactly they're supposed to get inside Dirahade now, since there's a barrier placed all around it, to which Eleanor explains that they can get there through the basement of the underground city, since Avos had built a secret passage there that leads straight into the castle. After that, Eleanor uses her magic to create a path leading to the underground city. Anos tells all the girls that they'll stay right here to protect his parents, and all of them agree to that. After this, we see Anos and everyone else making their way into the castle, and right then they spot someone approaching from up ahead. So Anos covers Sasha's mouth, and all of them vanish from sight. A large group of demons appears there, along with Rivette and the homeroom teacher. Anos places his hand on Rivette's shoulder, and Rivette immediately senses that someone is there. Rivette then tells the rest of the demons that he wants to investigate this place again, since something about it feels a little off to him. After that, Anos and the others reveal themselves in front of Rivette and the homeroom teacher. The homeroom teacher tells Anos that all the royals, along with Mellors, are currently under Avos' magical control. Anos tells the two of them that they need to track down both Avos Dilhavia and her masked man, as well as Nos Gilia. Rivette then asks Anos what he's
he's planning to do, to which Anos reveals that he's going to use time magic to travel back into the past. Sasha asks Anos why exactly he wants to go back into the past, to which Anos explains that first he wants to find out exactly how the great spirit Reno died, and after that he wants to track down the Spirit King, since he believes that the Spirit King is actually Sin, so he wants to know exactly what happened to Sin after he left. And alongside that, he also wants to find out how Nisha came into being, since Misha was born from Avos' source, which means she actually existed 2,000 years ago too, which is why he wants to go back 2,000 years to find out the full truth. Ray tells Anos that even if he uses the Spirit King's power, he still won't be able to travel 2,000 years into the past, to which Anos reveals that there's an artifact in his treasure room.
He'd gotten this artifact after defeating the god of time, which means they can use it to travel back in time, but this magic requires an enormous amount of power. So first, they'll need to get all the demons away from this area. Rivette then mentions that there's another way to handle this, telling Anos to attack him directly. After that, Anos uses his magic to attack Rivette, and that magic turns out to be incredibly powerful, causing Rivette tremendous pain. The moment the demons arrive there, the homeroom teacher tells them that Anos had come here and had been the one to attack Rivette. The demons examine Rivette's body and conclude that curse magic has been used on him, which means he can't be healed at all. And after that, they all head off to gather information about Anos. Anos tells Rivette that he can't heal him right now, so he'll have to leave him here like this. After that, Anos arrives in his treasure room, and everyone uses their magic together to form a magic circle there. Anos then uses that artifact to start traveling back through time, and after that, all of them arrive in Asion 2,000 years in the past. Anos explains that they've arrived at the exact time when he'd sacrificed himself for the peace of this world. He tells them that Reno would be heading to the Spirit Forest around this time, with Sin guarding her along the way. Sasha tells Anos that he could just use his own power to track them down, but Anos explains that if he uses his power here, everyone around will instantly sense it, which could end up creating a massive problem in this timeline. Anos then asks Ray to conceal his power completely, so that no one here can detect it at all, and Ray agrees and conceals his power right away. After that, they all head out to explore Asion. Sasha then asks Anos why everyone around here is celebrating so much today, and Anos explains that it's because the hero Canon defeated the Demon King today, which is exactly why everyone's celebrating like this. After that, they all arrive at a shop that's selling holy candy. Anos hands Eleanor some gold coins so that everyone can do some shopping there. Jessia and Eleanor then head over to the shop, and Jessia ends up buying every single candy available. Right then, Reno and Sin arrive there too, and Reno tells Sin to hurry up since she really wants some holy candy. Sin then starts to remove his mask, but Reno stops him right away, telling him that if he takes off his mask, everyone here will immediately realize that he's a demon. Reno then heads to the shop to get some candy, but she finds that there isn't a single piece left. The shopkeeper tells Reno that all the candy has completely sold out, and hearing this leaves Reno extremely disappointed. Right then, Jessia and Eleanor walk over to Reno, and Jessia hands her 2 pieces of candy. Reno tells Jessia that this candy belongs to her, so she can't possibly accept it, but Eleanor explains that the shopkeeper had given them some extra candy, and she accepts the candy. In return, Reno gives Jessia some cookies, and after that, the two of them head off. Anos then tells Eleanor that those two were actually Sin and Reno. After that, Sin and Reno both arrive near the Holy River, and Reno uses her magic to open up an entrance to the Spirit Forest there. Sin then uses his sword, and the two of them head straight into the Spirit Forest. After that, Anos and everyone else arrive there too, and Anos asks Misha to throw that candy into the river, and once she does, the Spirit Forest entrance appears right there as well. Meanwhile, Tithi comes to Reno and tells her that the Spirit Forest has completely dried up, and that all the spirits are dying off one by one. Right then, a massive horde of monsters shows up there, and Sin starts fighting them off one by one. Anos then asks Sasha to use her own magic to help take down the monsters. After that, Anos grabs hold of Sasha's hand, leaving Sasha feeling extremely awkward about it. Sasha then uses her demon eyes to start taking down all the monsters that are attacking Reno. Right then, Reno senses that someone's nearby and tells them that no one can hide from her inside the Spirit Forest, so she asks them to step forward. Hearing this, Anos appears before her in the form of a small child. Anos tells Reno that his name is Nosu, and seeing him, Reno comments that he looks just like the Demon King. After that, Sasha and everyone else step forward in front of Reno, and seeing them, Reno asks what these demons are doing here in the Spirit Forest. Anos explains that they're all simply travelers, then turns to Sasha and asks her to show Reno her demon eyes. Sasha then shows Reno her demon eyes and tells her that she possesses the Demon King's eyes, and hearing this makes Reno burst out laughing, telling her that her eyes really do look just like his. Anos then tells Reno that he himself is the Demon King Anos, and hearing this makes Reno laugh even harder. She then asks all of them what they're doing in this forest, since no demon is supposed to be able to enter it at all. Anos explains that he managed to get here by breaking through this forest's barrier. Misha then adds that she's also a traveler, and that she's far stronger than the 4 fiends combined. And hearing this, Reno turns to Sin and remarks that this is quite funny, asking him if he actually knows these people. Right then, Anos uses his magic on Sin and tells him that his name is Nosu, a traveler, and Sin ends up repeating exactly what Anos said, confirming that Nosu is indeed a traveler. Sin then asks Nosu what region of the forest he's come from, to which Anos explains that their friend here is a spirit who has lost all her memories, which is why he's come here to see the great spirit mother Reno, hoping she
might know something more about Lena. Reno then takes a look at Lena and tells Anos that she doesn't know anything about her at all. After that, Reno tells Anos that she needs to talk to him about something important, and she pulls him aside privately and reveals that the spirit Lena is actually the love fairy Faran. He then asks Reno why she pretended not to know anything about Lena, to which Reno explains that the love fairy has lost all her memories, and if she ever finds out the truth about who she really is, she'll cease to exist. Right then, a massive monster shows up there, and just as it's about to attack all of them, Ray steps in and stops it. Ray then tells Anos that he can't use his own sword right now, and Ray takes hold of it, taking down the monster with a single strike. Ray then walks back over to Sin, and Sin tells him that his skills are truly impressive.
Reno then uses her own magic to fully restore the spirit forest. Anos starts wondering how those monsters could have possibly made their way into this forest, and he figures that they probably gathered near the barrier, and the moment the forest's power started weakening, they all managed to slip inside. Reno suspects that Noose Gilia might be behind all of this, but Sin tells Reno that she shouldn't worry about that at all, since his master had ordered her to protect her. Right then, Tithy arrives and tells Reno that the Great Spirit Tree is about to expire, and hearing this, all of them immediately head over to the Great Spirit Tree. There, the tree feels happy seeing everyone, and asks Anos for his name, to which Anos tells the tree that his name is Anos. The tree then gives each of them one of her leaves, telling them that these leaves will grant them courage. Anos then asks the tree if she's about to die because of the rumors surrounding him, to which the spirit tree explains that her main purpose here has always been to nurture the thoughts of both humans and demons, but the gods had ordered her to wipe all of them out during the war, and the tree refused to follow those orders, which is why, according to the rumors, she's now destined to perish. And after saying this, the Great Spirit Tree disappears from that place. Sin then tells Reno that he's right there with her, so there's no need for her to cry. Hearing this brings tears to Reno's eyes, and she explains that her tears actually give birth to a new spirit. Right then, Reno's tears fall to the ground, and a massive tree suddenly appears there, leaving everyone utterly astonished. They all then head inside that tree, and Reno explains that this tree is actually a kind of school, one where they're meant to learn all about the spirits, and where violence of any kind is strictly forbidden. After that, Reno and Sin head off elsewhere. Anos then heads off with Jessia and Eleanor to read through the spirit book, where Anos tells Jessia that she needs to find a specific green book here, one that's written all about the love fairy. Jessia agrees, and goes off to search for that book. Meanwhile, Reno asks Sin how long exactly he plans on staying with her, to which Sin explains that since his master is no longer around, he intends to keep following the orders his master had given him. After that, the two of them head through a gate to another location, where Reno hands Sin a few flowers and tells him that these flowers were actually created from her own tears, which means they need to take good care of them, since some of these flowers will eventually grow into new spirits. Right then, Tithy shows up and asks Sin to come play with her, and Reno tells Sin that since he saved all of these spirits, they've naturally grown quite attached to him. Right then, even more spirits show up there, and right then, they learn that Ordo Mead has come to meet them, bringing along some important information about the gods. Hearing this, both Reno and Sin head over to meet Ordo Mead. Sin then asks Ordo Mead exactly why he's come here. Ordo Mead then reveals that Noose Gilia wants to use Reno to create a brand new child of God, one that would eventually destroy the Demon King for good. The moment Sin hears this, he immediately attacks Ordo Mead, telling him that he won't tolerate anyone speaking about his master that way. Ordo Mead then tells Sin that the Demon King has made a huge mistake, to which Sin replies that his master can never be wrong about anything. Meanwhile, Anos and Sasha are also listening in on everything Ordo Mead is saying, and Anos tells Sasha that Ordo Mead has always been like this, constantly provoking him no matter what. Ordo Mead tells Sin that he is indeed an enemy of the Demon King, but that doesn't mean he's sided with the gods at all, explaining that he simply has his doubts about whether the child of God could actually grow strong enough to rival the Demon King. He adds that he's now fully convinced that this child could indeed become a great opponent for the Demon King, since all of them are working so hard to stop that child from ever coming into being, which only proves just how powerful that child must really be. Sin then tells Ordo Mead to take him straight to Noose Gilia, and after that, they all arrive near a lake. Ordo Mead then asks Reno to step into the middle of that lake, and the moment Reno does so, he immediately uses his magic on her, causing her tremendous pain. Seeing this, Sin instantly cancels out Ordo Mead's magic and asks him exactly what he's trying to do, to which Ordo Mead reveals that since Reno is capable of giving birth to the child of God, he's planning to eliminate her completely. Ordo Mead then uses his magic once again, causing Reno even more intense pain, and right then, Sin cancels out his magic completely and strikes him with his sword, driving it straight through Ordo Mead's body. Right after that, golden light begins pouring out of Ordo Mead's body, and Reno explains that this is unmistakably the power of the gods. Ordo Mead then reveals that he's handed his own body over to Noose Gilia, since he knew all along that if he failed to kill Reno, his body would end up belonging to Noose Gilia anyway, and after a short while, Noose Gilia's soul enters that very body. Noose Gilia then tells Sin that all demons will eventually have to bow down before them. Right then, a massive number of monsters appear there and attack Sin all at once, but Sin wipes out every single one of them in a single strike, then turns to face Noose Gilia directly. Sin
Sin then reaches for his second sword, but right then, New Skilion tells Sin that he himself is nothing more than an evil sword, one created specifically for the purpose of destroying gods. Right then, Reno attacks New Skilion and tells him that he has absolutely no right to speak to Sin that way. New Skilion then tells Reno that Sin's body does indeed contain a source, since he himself is essentially a sword, one that demons had originally created specifically to fight in battles alongside the gods. But right then, Sin slices off New Skilion's head
and tells him that something like that will never happen. And right after that, Nusgilia's severed head simply vanishes from sight. After that, Reno thanks Sin and apologizes for her own mistake, admitting that she'd never explained love to him at all, even though she'd known all along that Sin could never truly feel it. Sin tells Reno that none of this matters to him in the slightest, so there's no reason for her to feel disappointed about it. Reno then moves closer to Sin and tells him that she's going to teach him exactly what love feels like, while Misha and Sasha, watching all of this unfold, are also overjoyed by it. After this, we see Nosu walking through the flower garden together with Reno, and he asks her whether that rumor about the spirits could somehow be changed. Reno explains that all spirits exist purely because of that very rumor, and that she herself had been made the spirit mother within this world specifically because of it. So if that rumor were ever changed, and would no longer be able to give birth to any new spirits, this is exactly why she created the tear flowers, which carry her own spirit power within them. And it's from these flowers that new spirits are eventually born. Anos understands exactly what Reno means. Meanwhile, we see Ray and Sin practicing their swordsmanship together. Meanwhile, Anos asks Misha if anything happened outside, to which Misha tells him that everything seems exactly the same as before. Right then, Tiffy approaches Anos and tells him that they'd spotted a demon somewhere in the forest. After that, Anos and Misha set over to the Del Gate together, wondering exactly what Ordo Mead could be planning to do. Anos explains that Ordo Mead always thinks several steps ahead, so he's likely come here with some major scheme in mind. And after that, Anos and Misha set out together to track him down. Anos tells Misha that there's someone out there who can locate Ordo Mead, and Misha asks him who exactly this person is. Anos explains that this person is the one who created this entire world, the goddess of creation, Militia. Right then, Anos and Misha come across a child who's being held captive by some demon guards. The child desperately wants to meet the Demon King. The demons then take the child away with them, and one of the demons ends up killing the child as an act of revenge for his own son, who'd been killed in the war by the hero Zerga. All of this happening completely without the Demon King's permission or knowledge. Right then, the demon is just about to set the child on fire, and the child starts screaming out the Demon King's name in desperation, and right at that moment, Anos steps in and saves the child. Anos then turns to that demon and tells him that if he kills this child purely out of revenge for his own son's death, there will be absolutely no difference left between him and the very humans he despises. Hearing this, the demon becomes furious and attacks Anos, and Anos chooses not to block the attack at all, letting it land on him directly. Anos then tries to reason with him once more, but the demon only grows even angrier and moves in to attack Anos a second time. But this time, Anos uses the power of his demon eyes to completely neutralize the attack. The demon, seeing Anos' demon eyes, immediately realizes that these are the true eyes of the real Demon King, realizing that the Demon King is still alive after all. All the other demons then bow down before Anos and declare that they will absolutely take revenge against the very humans who destroyed all of their comrades' families. Anos reassures them, telling them that they'll all be reunited again 2 years from now, in a brand new world that's waiting for every single one of them. After saying this, Anos takes the child along with him. Anos then tells Misha that the Sword of Destruction is stirring awake once again, and that someone has likely been trying to control it, but now he too intends to use this very sword to alter the past. After that, Anos uses his demon sword to make Inigard disappear completely, and right then, they notice something written on a nearby wall. It reads that the three of them will meet again 2,000 years from now, and that they'll fall in love with each other once more. After reading this, and he uses his own power to try to figure out who's responsible, but he simply can't trace it back to anyone. So he tells Misha that this has been written using some kind of spell, which means they'll need to wait until nightfall to find out more. Once night falls, Anos starts observing Sin and Reno, who are busy watering the flowers. He goes on to explain that the goddess Militia and that Nosgilia is planning to create the child of God very soon, which means he'll likely use the hero Canon to spread rumors about a fake Demon King, while the Demon King's right-hand man Sin and the great spirit mother Reno will assist with this very plan. Anos and Misha then continue walking ahead, and Anos explains that this fake Demon King is going to be half spirit and half demon. Meanwhile, we see the hero Canon, who comes to meet Sin and tells him that they need to make this world a peaceful place, exactly as Anos had always wanted, and that he himself will become the fake Demon King, which means Sin will need to support him so that everyone becomes convinced that he's the real Demon King. But Sin refuses to go along with Canon's plan, telling him that he can never accept a fake Demon King as his true master, since his real master means absolutely everything to him.
Hearing this, Canon tries to reason with Sin, explaining that they're doing all of this purely for Anos' sake, since he himself had made a promise to Anos that they would meet again 2,000 years later and become close friends, and he genuinely wants to fulfill that promise. Hearing this, Sin finally agrees with Canon. The hero Canon then turns to Reno and tells her that Sin has changed completely and that this is entirely because of her. When Canon looks into Reno's eyes, he immediately realizes that she's in love with Sin. Reno confesses her love to Sin and thanks him, telling him that he's always protected her no matter what. Hearing this, Sin tells Reno that he never knew anything about love before, but she's the one who taught him absolutely everything about it, and that this is exactly the reason he's changed so much, but tells her that he now needs to head to Darahide, since the hero Canon is about to go spread rumors about the fake Demon King, which means he himself will need to be reborn 2,000 years from now for the sake of his real master, since his master will be waiting for him there. Reno understands exactly what Sin means, and she then asks him if he'd be willing to marry her, to which she explains that she wants to have an Asian-style wedding, and Sin happily agrees. After that, Sin and Reno get married, and every single spirit attends the wedding along with Anos and all of his friends. The spirit tree tells Sin that once he marries Reno, he'll officially become the Spirit King here, and that this marks the very first time a demon and a spirit have ever gotten married. Sin finds himself wishing his real master could have been there to witness this wedding too. Later that night, Reno asks Sin about his past, and Sin tells her that he never used to feel anything at all, that he simply existed to kill his enemies during the war. But one day he encountered Anos, and that's when he truly came to understand who Anos really was, someone he could never manage to defeat no matter how hard he tried. He then recalls how when he'd once asked Anos how he managed to stay so strong, Reno then tells Sin how incredibly happy she is that they're finally married. After this, we see Sin approaching Reno and asking her why she'd suddenly fainted earlier. The spirit tree then reveals to both of them that Reno is pregnant, and hearing this news fills Reno with joy. Reno thanks Sin, telling him that he's the one who gave her this love, and she tells him that in 10 months and 10 days, their baby will be born, and that she's overjoyed about this.
After that, she gives Sin the spell of the love fairy Faran, one that will reunite the two of them again 2,000 years later. Reno looks at her unborn child and realizes that giving birth to this child will ultimately cost her own life. Despite this, Reno still wants to go through with the birth, explaining that none of that matters to her at all. Right then, Noose Gilia suddenly appears and tells Reno that this child isn't actually Sin's child at all, but rather the child of God, and that Sin has simply been serving as a kind of medium this entire time, allowing her to give birth to this child. He then shows Reno the spirit book and reveals that he's already added this child into Avos Dilhavia's very own spirit, planning to use that spirit's connection to time to send the child 2,000 years into the future, where Anos himself will end up protecting that very child. Meanwhile, Sin learns about all of this through Titty and starts heading toward Reno. Sin then arrives there too and strikes Noose Gilia with his sword before going over to Reno. Reno thanks Sin for always protecting her and apologizes to him for lying about the child in her womb actually being their own. She then explains that this child is destined to travel 2,000 years into the future and tells Sin that if that child ever ends up possessing the fake Demon King's power, he must kill it. Sin then names the child Nisa, and right after that, the child is sent off into the future. Reno passes away, and her body vanishes from that place entirely. Sin stands there staring at his sword, and right then, flame-like flowers made from Reno's tears begin blooming all along its blade. 2,000 years later, everyone returns to the present, and after witnessing this entire incident between Sin and Reno, all of them are left deeply moved by what they'd just seen. Anos then tells everyone that they're going to fix this entire incident and set things right. After that, Anos instructs everyone to split up and go rescue the students. He then uses his magic to make Misha and Sasha completely invisible, and the two of them head off to rescue the hybrid students. Meanwhile, Mellors instructs Nihito to finish off one of the hybrid students, and right after that, he grabs hold of the girl. Right then, the boy standing behind him tells Mellors that he had been the hero in his past life, which means he's their true enemy, and that they should kill him first. Mellors agrees with him and tells Nihito to finish off that boy first. Nihito then walks over to the boy and tells him that he's trying to act like a hero, but he's about to meet his end very soon. Meanwhile, Sasha and Misha are watching everything unfold, and they notice the rest of the 7 demon emperors standing right there too, completely unable to do anything at all. Meanwhile, Anos, Ray, and Lena go to meet the homeroom teacher, and she tells Anos that Avos Dilhavia is in the ceremony room, while the Spirit King is in a separate room, but she hasn't been able to figure out where Noose Gilia currently is.
Right then, some demons show up and spot all of them, but Ray and Anos easily defeat every single one of them. After that, Ray tells Anos to go ahead to the ceremony, while he himself heads off to meet the Spirit King. The moment he steps inside that room, instead of finding the Spirit King there, Anos discovers Avos Dilhavia waiting for him instead. Ray then arrives there too. After that, Avos shows them a boy who's on the verge verge of dying, revealing that this is Ygritte, the very same person who'd come to Anos 2,000 years ago. Hearing this, Anos asks Avos if she's doing all of this purely to obtain the Sword of Destruction. Avos then orders everyone to finish off Ygritte immediately, and Mellors tells Nihito to eliminate Ygritte as quickly as possible. Right after that, Nihito moves to attack Ygritte with his full power, but right before doing so, he tells Ygritte that he believes every word he said completely, and then he turns around and attacks Mellors instead. It turns out that Mellors' real name is actually Davida, and that he too had met the Demon King 2,000 years ago, which means he's fully aware that Avos is nothing but a fake Demon King who has brainwashed everyone around her. Right after that, a fierce battle breaks out between Mellors and Davida, while the rest of the students start fighting against the 7 Demon Imperials as well. Mellors tells Davida that even though he might have been the Demon King 2,000 years ago, he's still confident he can defeat him now, and he asks Ygritte if he has a sword on him. Davida hands Ygritte a sword. Meanwhile, Sasha and Misha have already created an ice castle of their own, and they end up turning all the demon emperors into ice statues. Right then, Anos tells Avos that she's already lost this battle, but Avos shows him all the students she's been holding captive, telling Anos that every single one of them will die within the next 5 minutes. Anos seems unfazed by this, and right then, Avos notices that all the students have somehow already been saved, and she asks Anos about it, to which he explains that they'd all been using the codename Anosi Poetical to send signals to each other among friends. Anos then shatters all those ice castles, and right after that, Ray captures Avos, but she manages to slip free from his grip.
Anos tells Sin to go ahead and fulfill the promise he'd made, telling him he's free to take his right-hand man along with him. Hearing this, Sin uses his power to attack Anos' right hand, but he's unable to actually cut through it at all, and Anos simply grabs hold of that sword and shatters it completely. Sin then tells Anos that some duties can simply never be fulfilled, no matter what, to which Anos explains to Sin that he understands he's a true Demon King in his own right, and that he's fully aware of just how much hardship Sin has endured throughout his entire existence. Anos then tells Sin that in this era, he's been fortunate enough to have parents of his own, both of whom love him deeply, which is exactly why he understands just how important a parent's love truly is for any child, and he simply cannot bring himself to take Misa's father away from her. This is exactly why Sin needs to stay alive, for Misa's sake. Hearing this, Sin asks Anos if Misa would even consider him her real father, and in response, Anos shows him the half-sword, telling him that Misa has always looked at this sword with the hope that her father would eventually come to her one day, and that she's been waiting for him for years now. Hearing this, Sin finally understands exactly what Anos means. Meanwhile, Ray is fighting against Avos, but Avos turns out to be far too powerful, and she manages to capture him completely. She then tells Ray that the very Misa he's been searching for is about to be destroyed completely. Right then, light begins emanating from the pendant that Ray had once given Misa, and Ray manages to break free from Avos' attack, immediately countering with an attack of his own. Right then, Noose Gilia appears there and tells Ray that he's already destroyed every single one of his sources, which means it's finally his turn to die now. After saying this, Avos unleashes her magic directly at Ray, but right then, Anos arrives and completely neutralizes that attack. Anos then tells Noose Gilia that this time, there's no escaping for him, and after saying this, he punches Noose Gilia hard enough to send him crashing straight into a wall. Anos then starts moving in to finish off Noose Gilia, but right then, Ray suddenly appears right beside her and starts attacking her directly. Meanwhile, Noose Gilia transforms into his full godly form, unleashing the entirety of his divine power and casting a powerful divine spell over the entire area, telling Anos that he's about to destroy absolutely everything. Hearing this, Anos completely neutralizes Noose Gilia's power and tells him that he can never defeat him, not even with the help of his own right-hand man. Anos then tells Sin that he's free to take his revenge against Noose Gilia now and starts attacking Noose Gilia relentlessly. But Noose Gilia manages to dodge every single one of his attacks. He then unleashes his own divine power, which turns out to be incredibly overwhelming, making it extremely difficult for Sin to keep up with him in this fight. Sin then switches to using his divine sword to continue the battle, and right then, the very spell that Reno had once given him ends up falling right beside him, the spell of the Love Fairy, the one whose purpose is to reunite two people who are truly in love. Meanwhile, something seems to happen within Lena the moment she sees that very spell. Right then, Noose Gilia tells Sin that Abos' existence in this world is entirely because of him. Right after that, Reno's spirit enters Lena's body, and she tells Noose Gilia that Sin still holds love within his heart, that her husband remains incredibly strong, and that he has absolutely no intention of dying at Noose Gilia's hands. Sin, seeing Reno standing before him, is left utterly stunned. Noose Gilia quickly realizes that Reno is only able to temporarily use the Love Fairy's body this way, but that body simply isn't capable of handling Reno's full magical power for very long. After that, Reno calls upon all the spirits to fight against Noose Gilia, but Noose
Skillia ends up defeating every single one of them with ease. Right then, the Great Spirit Tree itself appears there and manages to completely halt New Skillia's power. Meanwhile, Sin uses the power of Speed Genuine to attack New Skillia. New Skillia spots it and takes out Sin's clone, but the real Sin strikes New Skillia with his sword, leaving a wound on the god's arm. New Skillia then tells Sin that gods are invincible and can never be killed. Hearing that, Sin unleashes his hidden technique and destroys New Skillia's source. Meanwhile, Ray is locked in battle with Avos. Avos asks Ray if he ever made a promise to Nisha. Ray tells her that he promised to stay strong and protect Nisha no matter what, and that he intends to keep that promise. With that, Ray unleashes the attack Sin once taught him. The attack forces Avos and Nisha's sources to split apart, and Nisha emerges from Avos' body. Ray then tells Avos that she's already lost this battle. Avos counters that Nisha will vanish too, since she's left with only half a source. Nisha tells Avos that she lived her life fully and has no fear of death, because in this world she made wonderful friends, found a demon king who turned out to be truly good, and gained a partner who loves her deeply, and even her father is waiting for her on the other side. Hearing this, Avos lunges at Nisha to finish her off, but Anos intervenes, striking Avos with his sword. In response, Avos' magic spreads throughout Dilhade, allowing her to regenerate. This time, Avos manages to get her hands on the Sword of Destruction and uses it to strike Ray, leaving him badly wounded. She then turns on Nisha again, but her attack simply vanishes into nothing, and that's when Anos arrives. Anos tells Avos that she's about to lose. Right behind him, Sin and Reno also show up. Anos then clashes with Avos directly. She strikes at him with her sword, but he blocks it effortlessly. The two then activate their demonic eyes. Avos is burning blue, Anos is burning red, and their battle turns fiercely intense. Avos uses her magic to soften the ground beneath Anos, trying to swallow him into it, but Anos reaches out, grabs her source with his bare hands, and shatters it. Avos cries out in pain and demands to know how he did it. Anos tells her the truth. She is a fake demon king, born from Spirit Mother Reno, her existence built on nothing more than rumor and tradition, and because of that, she could never become a true demon king. At those words, a red crystal bursts from Anos' body, and within it is New Skillia. New Skillia declares to Anos that a god's word is absolute and can never be changed, and that now he intends to destroy all of Dilhade. He then commands Avos to act. Hearing the order, Avos drives the sword straight into her own chest. In that moment, the god of destruction, Dilgut, descends upon them, and New Skillia tells Anos that nothing can stop this plan now.
Naskillia then pulls the Sword of Destruction out of Anos' body, and the sword vanishes. Naskillia tells Anos that no one here will survive. The god of destruction will wipe out everyone. With that, the sun itself disappears, and Naskillia tells Anos that tragedies have always happened because of foolish people, so nothing can stop this, and it will happen regardless. Anos tells him he'll protect everyone instead. Hearing this, Naskillia says Anos can't do that. Anos tells him plainly that he's scared. Naskillia snaps back that he's a god and fears nothing. Anos says he knows Naskillia is afraid of him, and that's exactly why he wants to stay alive. At that, Naskillia bursts out laughing, and Anos realizes the god really is terrified underneath it all. Naskillia then lunges at Anos, but Anos catches his source in his grip. He tells Naskillia that they can strike a contract, one that would let him keep living. Anos already knows that Domay doesn't want to die, and is still alive within that body, though Naskillia has no idea of this. Anos forms the contract with Domay, then uses his power to split Naskillia's body apart, turning his source into insects, which Domay then destroys. Meanwhile, Reno comes to see Nisha. She tells Nisha this is their final meeting, since she's about to disappear. Nisha is overwhelmed with emotion hearing this. Reno then goes to Sin, and Sin pours his heart out, telling her how deeply he loves her. Hearing this makes Reno happy, and she fades away. Nisha then asks Anos if he can bring her mother back to life. Anos says he can bring Reno back, but tells Nisha that to do it, she would have to die. He then tells Ray to use his spirit sword on Nisha, which would split the spirit power inside her. With that, Reno comes back to life, and Nisha is overjoyed seeing her mother again. The next day, Anos tells Nisha she'll need to become the new Avos Libya, so that everyone can fully understand the situation. Anos announces to all of Dilhide that this person is the fake demon king, half spirit and half demon, and that her lineage is what existed here. Anos declares to everyone that there will be no more injustice in Dilhide, and anyone who tries it will be dealt with by him.